Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new National Party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.
Every election campaign is full of old talk and grand promises. Let history be your guide. Is who likely to better perform in government? Election is not about choosing perfect. They are about choosing the best one offer. Vote competent. Vote the NNP.
Building a stronger economy means all Grenadian workers benefit, those who work in the public service and those who work elsewhere. Now that the period of shared sacrifices is over, the benefits must be shared among every Grenadian. More money for house repair, more money to improve healthcare, more money for training, more money for education, and yes, more money for public servants. $55 million in various payments. We are the Grenadian family looking out for each other. And even as we fight for ourselves and our families, we always remember our neighbors. We forge ahead together.
We've got to come together, learn to love your brother.
It's not really complicated. The elections are about choices. Between 2008 to 2013, the economy regressed every year. Between 2014 to 2017, the economy grew every year. Vote competence, vote NNP.
It's not really complicated. Elections are about choice. Between 2008 and 2013, 1,265 youth engaged with the GIAP. Between 2014 and 2017, 3,725 youth engaged with the Amani program, with a spend of over $190 million. So let's keep moving. Vote NNP. Vote competence. It's not really complicated. Elections are about choice. Between 2008 and 2013, $70 million was spent on scholarships for youth. Between 2014 and 2017, $185 million was spent on scholarships for youth. Vote NNP. Vote competence.
Grenadians will go to the polls on Tuesday, March 13th. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the National Report, I am Rakisha St. Louis. The wait is over. Grenadians now know the date when the country will vote in the general elections. During a rally at the National Stadium car park on Sunday, Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honourable Keith Mitchell announced that Tuesday, March 13th, is Decision Day.
Nomination day for the new candidates will be Tuesday, the 20th of February, 2018. Since that's not election day yet. Election day is Tuesday, March 13, 2018. Get ready, get moving, keep moving, get ready for your
On Monday, the Governor-General was advised by the Prime Minister to dissolve Parliament, which means there are no parliamentarians, only a cabinet of ministers. On Tuesday, the Governor-General will issue writs for all the constituencies to the Supervisor of Elections. Publication of the notice of the writs will be in at least one weekly newspaper on February 2nd. These will also be published in the Government's Gazette. There could be a measure of relief for people who lose their jobs in the future. Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honourable Keith Mitchell says the unemployment insurance scheme is one of the many initiatives they plan to undertake.
Once we are finished restoring pensions and implementing the national health insurance,
we shall boldly move to implement an unemployment insurance scheme, sisters and brothers. In other words, when people lose their jobs, their family must not go hungry.
A number of major projects are in the pipeline for the further development of St. George Southeast. Works Minister Gregory Bowen says they are currently undertaking work on several roads and drains, and final preparations are underway to begin others.
Marian Pavilion, lighting of playing fields, upgrading of the basketball court are all part of our development in Southeast St. George. And more projects, more development is on its way. I promise to all those who are yet to receive help in housing, or finding a job, or getting a scholarship, I have not forgotten you and will continue to work to get you there as long as I can.
Peter David, the other candidate endorsed on Sunday, appealed for all to go forward as a united people to further build the country.
If we are to take our country to the next level, if we are to take our quality of living to another level, we must adopt a purposeful approach. It's time for us to rally together. Look at where we are today as a result of what Dr. Mitchell has done. These last 5 years together we have beaten our swords into plowshares and our spears into pruning hooks. The bitterness, brothers and sisters, of the past is a distant memory. And together, this nation has set about the politics of good for all.
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Celebrating our culture. Celebrating our heritage. Showcasing who we are. Heading to Big Parish St. Andrews on Saturday, February 3rd for the Independence Cultural Extravaganza, starting at 5 p.m. with a flambeau march through the town of Grenville. Then into Victoria Park, singing, dancing, drumming by Grenada's best cultural performers, followed by the Jump Together Soca concert with the best of the best, ending the night with fireworks and great memories. The Big 44 of Grenada's independence, celebrating our culture, our heritage, one people, one country, our responsibility. Grenville is the place to be.
Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate.
The second in a series of sword-turning ceremonies to signal the start of construction of the China-Grenada low-income housing project was held at the Villa in St. Patrick. On Friday, government officials and members of the Chinese Diplomatic Corps turned the sword at Corinth Estate and the Villa. The second phase of the housing project will see the construction of 647 housing units at 5 sites, which, according to Housing Minister Delma Thomas, will be completed within 3 years.
We are ready to start construction in these 2 sites, Corinth in St. David's and the Villa in St. Patrick's. We have 3 other sites, Dumfries in Carriacou, Diamond in St. Mark's, and Boucheju in St. George's, which will come later on this year and summer. Everyone will start this year. The last one will be at the end of the year, the starting of the construction phase. And you have heard earlier that the whole process will take 3 years. So it will not going to take 3 years to complete here. But because we have 5 sites, it will take 3 years to complete all 5 sites.
70 units will be built in St. Patrick. Candidate for St. Patrick East, Senator Pamela Moses, is pleased that the historic parish will finally be outfitted with a housing unit.
This is well timed. We are in dire need of housing in St. Patrick's and all of Grenada. But having working with the people in St. Patrick's East, I want to say to you, Ambassador, that what you have done for our people will remain with us. You are changing lives of the people in St. Patrick's, and we are honored to partner with you in servicing the Grenadian people. As a government, we'll continue to do just that. The 70 homes that would be assigned to us, I know that it would be well shared. Mr. Boson and I would have that. The people will be coming at us. But, you know, we are just very happy.
In St. Patrick West, Honorable Anthony Boson says more than $2.5 million have been spent on the housing repairs and construction since 2013. He too is happy that the housing deficit in the parish can be addressed.
Over the past 5 years, this administration has spent in excess of $25 million on improving the housing conditions for poor and vulnerable throughout the country, in addition to approximately $12 million being given out in soft loans to middle-income earners to build their own homes. Here in St. Patrick and in St. Patrick West, I want to differentiate because I know in the East they have their own statistical information. We have spent in excess of $2.5 million on the house repair program, in addition to over $200,000 in soft loans to low-income earners also to purchase their own homes. In spite of these significant expenditures, major challenges still exist in the housing sector, particularly in St. Patrick.
And finally, the Caribbean Community Climate Change Center wants to help Grenada cross hurdles that it may encounter to access funds under the Green Climate Fund. The money will be used for climate-related projects. Jerry Malcolm reports on a meeting between the Ministry of Agriculture and the 5 Cs.
I've gone through it. We know what we had to do, and we are prepared to work with you all, so you all don't have to go through the same hurdles. We can help you in certain areas.
Dr. Kenrick Leslie, Executive Director of the Caribbean Community Climate Change Center called the 5 Cs, as the Ministry of Agriculture hosts a meeting designed to put Grenada on a sound climate-smart footing. The 5 Cs is the institution designated by CARICOM to support member states in climate change-related matters, including access to financing.
As you may have heard, the Green Climate Fund, which is a United Nations framework for climate change institution, provides the countries with different financing of projects. However, it is not as easy as they would make it that we can access these funds. So one of the major action items is to sit down with the different implementation groups in Grenada to work out how best and how fast we can access these funds to support the projects that are being implemented in Grenada.
The Green Climate Fund is one of the main streams of financing set up by the United Nations. A team from the GCF visited Grenada during the period 15th to 9th December 2017. The team met with public and private sector officials to review the draft country program and the pipeline of projects and to assess the country's readiness for direct access to funding for national capacity development.
We are working on the initial ones where we can get the access of funds ranging from about $300,000 to $1 million US. And those hopefully will be implemented during the course of this year, so to put us in a better position to access the larger programs in excess of $10 million and up to $50 million per project. So the initial program is to set the baseline as to how to access these initial funds to support the development of the larger projects.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Marina Jessamy, expressed her enthusiasm over the meeting with the 5 Cs.
We are very pleased with the meeting so far because it helped us to discuss how we will address capacity issues together, in that Grenada is putting arrangements in place to accelerate climate-related finance, and we welcome the support of the 5 Cs.
And that's the National Report. I am Rakisha St. Louis.
Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new National Party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.
I come from a very humble beginning. I know the importance of hard work and dedication and service to people.
I am Pamela Moses, and I have offered myself to be the next parliamentary representative for my people of St. Patrick's East. I see this as the next step in my life journey of service to people and my determination to give back to my community, a community that has always lifted me up. I am particularly passionate about issues affecting youth, and as your MP, will be championing policies and programs that will further empower our young people, as well as our adult male and females all across Grenada, but particularly in St. Patrick's East. I am pleased to have joined a team that has delivered for Grenada. But there is more work to be done, and so we shall keep moving.
I am Yolande Bain Horsford, and right behind me here is my alma mater, St. Joseph Convent, the institution that I've attended for 5 years. Further back behind me is the Roman Catholic Church that I also attend. And on my left is the convent court that I played all the netball and the tennis throughout my 5 years at this institution. I am very proud of the partnerships I have formed with the people of St. Andrews Southwest these past 5 years. But I'm even more excited about the things we can still do together. We have begun solving the housing challenges and tackling youth unemployment. We have not only been building roads and houses, but more importantly, building communities and building lives. Many people have been given fresh opportunities, and even more shall be lifted up in the coming period. I am ready to take a fresh card and to continue battling for ordinary people who deserve another chance. So let's keep moving.
The new National Party has been good to St. David's, and more is coming. Youth unemployment has reduced drastically. Infrastructure has improved. The standard of living of people have improved over the years. Our focus is to ensure that all our people in St. David's improve in their way of life and standard of living, and we are giving hope to young people. It is a united team that can deliver such hope to people and such benefits. And therefore this is not the time to take risk with the future. We must be committed to the present. And I say to you, let us all keep moving.
I worked in the public service for 30 years, and it's nothing compared to politics, where you have to represent your constituency and you have to represent your ministry. And this double role is very challenging because I have the largest constituency to deal with. And unless you love people and put people at the center of what you're doing, it becomes a monumental task. But I've found the challenge to be one that both rewarding, satisfying, and it's, for the last 1.5 years, I've learned so much about people that I never thought I would learn.
My biggest success is the amount of students I got to go to university. In China, in Cuba, in SGU and TAMCC. I believe the only way to come out of poverty is through education. Because I born in a very poor family, but because of education I'm here today, and I encourage all young people to pursue higher education. Let us all keep moving in Grenada.
My involvement in politics was always motivated by a desire to see significant change. I am here to serve, and it does not matter in what capacity. And as I move through the constituency, I feel a sense of pride and satisfaction when people tell me, yes, I like what you are doing, I like the services you are providing for us, I like the fact that you are with us and you continue to support us. So therefore, being able to serve, being at the service of our people, I think is my greatest satisfaction. Because if I cannot serve the people, I have no place in politics. When I look at some of the conditions under which some people have to live, I feel a sense of compulsion to do more. That gives me the urge, hey, you have to do more.
South St. George is fast becoming the economic heartbeat of this nation. It is at the center of the housing and construction boom and unprecedented growth in education and tourism sectors. As our area rises, so does the nation. In the coming period, our challenge is to give character to this growth and to bring along the surrounding areas. So we shall improve the skill sets of people to take advantage of the coming jobs with my plan to cut unemployment in the South by 2/3. And we will extend housing assistance and give the many people who need it land tenure. More money will be made available for small business loans for people in such areas as Montoute, Grand Anse Valley, Woodlands, Woburn, Calais and Belmont. The people who are yet to be touched will get their chance. We are excited about tomorrow, and so today we shall keep moving.
What job they get so they eat, that is why they lose every seat. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Let's keep moving on, let's keep moving on. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Let's keep moving on, let's keep moving on. High praises for we performance, NNP we have the end. Walk to them, walk. Right now Grenada on fire. Everybody start to perspire. Let's keep moving on. Let's keep moving on. 840 million. Let's stop with just on the island. Let's keep moving on. Let's keep moving on. NDC beg and beg for a blind. Tell the people I said a lie. When the people give them a try, they support the country try. When they want the election, them fellas didn't have a plan. What job they get so they eat, that is why they lose every seat. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Let's keep moving on, let's keep moving on. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Let's keep moving on, let's keep moving on. High praises for we performance, and we have the endurance. Let's keep moving on, let's keep moving on. More private sector investment, everywhere is more development. Let's keep moving on, let's keep moving on. NDC main position is to be the opposition. Them fellas not ready to lead. All they have on the mind is greed. If you want the country move on in a positive direction, let your vote remain the same. Vote for NNP again. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Let's keep moving on, let's keep moving on. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Let's keep moving on, let's keep moving on. Right now Grenada on fire. Everybody start to perspire. Let's keep moving on, let's keep moving on. 840 million. Let's stop with juice on the island. Let's keep moving on, let's keep moving on. NDC beg and beg for a blind. Tell the people I said a lie. When the people give them a try, they somehow the country dry. When they want the election, them fellas didn't have a plan. What up they get so they eat, that is why they lose every seat. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Let's keep moving on, let's keep moving on. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Let's keep moving on, let's keep moving on. High praises for we performance, and then we have the endurance. Let's keep moving.
Yes, indeed. Let's keep moving.
Moving on. More private sector investment. Everywhere is
Yeah, so we're not sticking today. We might have a guest joining us this morning. And Devon, good morning.
Good morning, Sheldon. Good morning, Grenada. I'm here.
Why not hearing Devon? Let me see. Yeah, I think I'm hearing you now.
Better now, yes.
Yeah, hearing you.
Right. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah.
And my apologies. Oh man, I had to miss yesterday. I couldn't come I just had to miss yesterday. So my apologies to everyone listening. And so I had to do my civic duty in ensuring, getting 1 or 2 persons registered, to vote. And so I got the permission from Sheldon. So I'm here, ready.
Not that I need my position. If the man want to go, he just tell me go in. I mean,
Postmortem. Good morning to everyone on the live. Yeah, I'm good.
Don't expect us to be telling you get registered today, because if you're registering today, you're registering for the election after this one.
Yeah, 2023.
In fact, you wouldn't even be able to register until after the election. Yes, so you can't even register for the election after this one yet.
And that is sad for those who are unable to get registered and so and able to partake in
We have been preaching and singing the song in your head since 2016. Get registered, get registered. We said it in 2016 for the whole of 2017. Every month, every week, nearly every day, we were telling you, get registered. So nobody better really tell us they ain't registered and that kind of thing, You're supposed to be registered day. Once you have the ability and the right to be registered, you should be registered. Yeah? Nice. Beautiful. Let's say a special good morning to all of you on the live. Tavane, morning. Yeah. So them Abraham and them up in Ahoma, they all of them on. We mama. Eh? Yes. Gloria, good morning. Lovely, good morning. Hey, Mrs. Mac. Yeah, Mrs. Mac, good morning to you. Wilma is on. Irvin is on there, man. Chris, yeah. Irvin, morning. Soldier, man. Brittany, good morning. The madman himself, Zingo. Zingo come and hot up the place yesterday.
Zingo hot up, Brenda.
Zingo come in and hot up the studio yesterday. And the AC nearly trip off,
Zingo, you keep your promise. Zingo say you go walk in. I walk in that studio and just do what I have to do.
But the AC near trip off. Zingo come inside here and the AC near trip off.
Oh, heat like rain.
Good morning to you, Hannah. As usual, always there with us. Kathleen, Nicole, Renwick, Anshel, morning, my dear. Kendon, Reginald, Norma, Cynthia, Jillian, Thaddeus, Renwick. Yes, so good morning to each and every one of you. Hope that you all are having a wonderful day. So you see Cynthia answer you the one time, Devon?
Yes, my dear.
Yeah, it's accepted. So yeah, you get away. Well, nearly. Well, maybe.
Now, boy.
Yeah.
Just missing yesterday alone was. I mean, it had to happen because you see we had a little power shot, little power thing, and it had to happen in such a way that I can be given an opportunity to brag about Sunday. Boy.
Yeah, Sean. Morning, Sean. Sean drop a bomb yesterday. The man go and get a speech on Sunday on behalf of brother Boyne and thing. Yeah. Sean, just put on our glasses and people go feel as me. That is all, yeah. They see the man, people pointing him and saying, look, Sheldon. I not Sheldon.
That youth man was off the hook.
He's not Sheldon. This is Sheldon. All right? Let's twist in it. Hey, comrade, Linky. Lieutenant Linky, good morning, bro. Hope you're having a wonderful morning this morning, eh? Nice. Don't go and put on our glasses, though. Feel as you. Kimron, see you've joined us this morning. Samantha Harris. Yeah, folks, just remember to like and share the live. Yes. Like and share the live. All right? Like it and share it. Like it and share it. You could only like it once. So like it and share it. All right? Nice. Beautiful. Make sure and do that, eh? Nice. Okay, Popo. Are you good? Nice. Beautiful. So, Devon, Sunday, man.
Yeah, Sunday. Wow.
Hey, Prime Minister Timothy Harris of St. Kitts, he made a surprise visit. The man just dropped in on us just like.
Surprise visit.
I find I just see 2 black van pulling in the back of one day, but well, I seen this thing there where these people and them come out all of a sudden. I see. And the man looking to go in crowd and all kind of thing too,
The man go in the crowd.
He get vibes and thing, Timothy Harris, Prime Minister Timothy Harris, the man looking to go in crowd and all kind of thing.
He wanted to feel the thing for himself.
Yeah, they look left, they look right, and they're looking for the man going in the crowd, you know. The Prime Minister is saying, kids, he come and he mean he want to jump up with the NNPites.
Yeah, he didn't want to go and be thing. He had to make his wrong and everything. And
he didn't go on no platform. He didn't make any statement. He came and he come and see how the thing going in Grenada. Maybe want to learn a lesson or two for when he go back and send kids to how to handle the scene. Eh?
Well, the man know where to come. Is where he come?
The man come. I hear Barbados looking at us too. Yeah, Frondell Stewart, he wondering what to do because I read an article from the Barbados Nation newspaper where they're saying that Bajans have the feeling right now that due to the fact that Grenada's election date has been announced, that their election date will be announced very soon as well. Peter Wickham is saying that no, you don't think that's the case. Most likely, Frondell Stewart will go down to the line with his announcement, and so most likely might announce around the time that we actually having our election. He might be announcing. Yeah, you don't see him announcing for the same thing as happened the last time. I think Barbados also in 3 days or so of Grenada's election in 2013. So yeah, so Barbados soon facing the polls. Possibility that St. Vincent might be facing the polls as well.
Very soon.
Yeah, they have a motion of no confidence. Is before the Rav Gonsalves administration. So they have a motion of no confidence facing them in their parliament tomorrow. If that is successful, the Prime Minister would have 3 days to either resign or call elections if that motion of no confidence is successful. Wow. It's a funny one, huh? It's a funny one. All sorts of things taking place politically around the region. And everybody looking at Grenada. My friends in Jamaica and the Bahamas and St. Lucia, everybody's messaging. Yeah, they're so excited. Imagine the rest of the region so excited about Grenada's general election, huh?
It is because we have set some standards over the last couple of years in terms of the decisions that the people of the country make, and so it basically reflects on the direction of the Caribbean. Eh? I mean, since way back since 2003, and so when Grenada, whichever direction Grenada went, you will see a pattern. It follows during the the other elections coming up.
Indeed. I wonder if I should touch a tune here. Let me touch a piece of a tune here. Let me touch it.
So I have to admit, you are the best. Cheats. Alua act, I like it. Alua act, I like it. Which one you like? We like it. Which one you like? We like it. I did to groovy. 2018, one name kid, one name Latin.
And we're saying a special good morning to you, Pedro. Watch, you see the thing, Peter David. Everybody knows the man. That's Pedro. It's Pedro, we know. All right, but anyway, the thing is, we wouldn't see Pedro on the ballot. Those of you that voting in the town of St. George, you're not going to see the name Pedro. Eh? In fact, watch. You don't even have to look for the name. Look for the symbol. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for the symbol. You're looking for the house. Yeah, you don't even have to look for the name. Look for the symbol. What you want to know is where the house is. You ain't putting the mark next to the name. You're putting the mark next to the symbol. So you're putting the mark next to the house. That is what we're looking for. That is all we're interested in seeing. We ain't interested in any other symbol. The only symbol we're interested in is the house. Nice? Good morning to you. Yeah. Pedro.
Pedro.
Yeah, man.
Peter Charles David.
Hey, Frederick and Vanessa and Junior, good morning. Some very, and this is the thing, you have some people that have convenient hearing and convenient sight. So they hear what they want to hear and they see what they want to see. We had a extremely, for an endorsement, imagine we haven't started our rallies yet. So we haven't really rolled out the troops as we can and will be rolling out the troops. Yeah, I said it, yeah. We have not yet rolled out the troops as we can and will be rolling out the troops. And you've seen what the National Stadium car park looked like on Sunday. Yeah? Anybody, any other political organization could use any amount of excuse they want why they did not get a turnout to match the turnout at the new National Party. Yeah. If the NDC wants to use any excuse why they couldn't get bus, well, if only they pay the busmen. And if only they treat them nice when you was in government, they might be willing to work for you.
Yeah, they might have considered them.
And it shows the level of disorganization in the NDC. You can't even run a political party, but you want to run a country. How could a political party, on a date that they know the general election has been announced, complain about they can't find transportation to bring the supporters to an activity? That is why we have to call the leader the LLL, the lazy line leader. And I will continue to tell you why we have to continue calling him that. You have to be lazy not to know that you could organize private transport. You trying to tell me you're a political organization that say you have around 20,000 people supporting you at least, and you cannot mobilize transportation? Trucks. Why the truck drivers don't want to work with you? You know why?
Because how you treat them.
Because during your period in government, all of them truck was parked up down by the Port Authority getting rust. Some of the truck and them didn't used to start for 2 months. The driver just come, he turn the key, and he leave it there again. He turn the key, and he leave it there. It ain't make no sense taking it and burn gas to bring it home and come back down, because that is wasting money and they're not making money. So they used to leave the truck down there. Ask Ding in Blue Bubbles, he go tell you.
No, that was for weeks. The truck there every month, they'll come down, pay a bus, come and start it, let you warm up, take it off, and then they go back home because they know you're not a drive. We used to play, what? I see them men who want to run and play cricket and football on the port and so. But that's so much space here.
That's what used to take place. Yeah. It's cricket and thing. I mean, at a point in time, during the last election campaign, I was suggesting that we ask the Port Authority to hold one of our rallies there because the place big and empty. It had nothing going on there. We can't have nothing there now.
Could hold about 40,000 people.
Yeah, I was saying that, look, we could hold one of your rallies. If the canteen playing ground for that rain or something and they would have been soggy, we could have used the Port Authority. That was what was taking place under the last administration. Good morning to you, Tamara. I won't forget. Yeah. That's what we were going through, that our Port Authority was empty.
Real empty. And the truckmen, they understood. I mean, things were so bad that they didn't bother coming down.
So,
you understand?
A political organization that says that they want to form the government cannot even create an internal transportation system to move their people from one location to the other.
That's how disorganized, yeah.
Well, it's between two things. It's either they lying and they have nobody to move, or they disorganized and they can't move the people. So it's between two things. Let me find out which one it is.
Which one it is?
It's between two things when it comes to this particular issue with the NDC. It's between they lying and they had nobody wanting to come to the activity in the first place, which is why they got the turnout that they got. Or two, they are a disorganized organization and they do not have the wherewithal and ability to be able to organize a simple transportation system to move people from various parts of the islands to a national activity.
Because that's some of the excuse that they're using about, but I mean, you have so many buses in Grenada. Eh? I mean, yeah, we took about 3/4 of the buses, but even the quarter that's there, they refuse. Some of them refuse to work with that organization because of outstanding bill as far back as 2008. That is no joke.
Imagine a man go and stand up on the carnage and saying, if you want to see the town of St. George like how it was when he was a child, vote for certain people. Who would want this town of St. George to be back how it was back in those days? You want improvement. Keep moving. We're looking to move forward for whatever.
He had to be mad.
For whatever. Yeah? And then they're making all kind of out of the way statements when they go on the platform. Yeah? They're saying all kind of out of the way statements. Yeah? I mean, here what Ray say. I wonder if I had that. Let me see. I should have that somewhere there, you know. Let me hear what Ray Roberts said on the platform. I mean, this is the kind of thing that you're hearing on the NDC platform. Yeah, listen to them.
Well, let me tell you that. I wish the next time you whine in front of the public, you brag out bus open and everybody see what is there.
You understand? From wanting the strip man to the want to see what people have inside the pants. You understand?
What's wrong?
That's Ray Roberts. Well, that's Ray Roberts on the carnage this Sunday, just Sunday gone. That's the kind of thing that he stand up in front there to tell the people to vote for them for. That's the kind of, that is it. Yeah, nice, good. Yeah, yeah, that's the people and them that say they're decent, yeah?
Well, let me tell you that. I wish the next time you whine in front of the public, you brag out bus open and everybody see what is there.
Yeah, that's the kind of behavior. That's the kind of behavior. You understand? And they had to talk about, the Prime Minister dancing, I mean, even...
calling up my name.
and dancing and whining will not deal with the fundamental issues that affect the people of Grenada, Company, Martinique.
These people do like the only thing that Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell does at an NNP rally is come, stand up on the stage, whine, and then walk off.
And call their name.
That's what they're doing. Like that. NNPites, you all know that that is not true. Dr. Mitchell spoke about his constituency. He was able to say things that he has achieved, the various roads and so on that he has achieved, and he left out quite a lot. But he could have spoken about scholarships and other things. But he left out quite a lot. And he spoke about the fact that the Beaujeu complex, he wants to see that completed. The Beaujeu complex. Yeah? But no, all NDCC, all that the executive, and not you, the rank and file NDC members, as I say, we love you all. If you want to give up your yellow t-shirt and take a green one, we don't mind.
Yeah,
or if you want to wear your yellow t-shirt and vote green, we don't mind.
Yeah, anyhow you want to do.
Yeah, because we know you don't want the leader you have. We know that that leader is incompetent. He hates to hear that word. And that's why I repeat it. He is incompetent. He is incapable of running even a political party. Any political party worth its salt in any part in the world organizes their transport to move their people from one location to the other. NDC complaining, NNP take all the bus. How could NNP take all the buses? We ain't even start with rallies yet. This was an endorsement meeting. So when we start with rally, where you go say?
All the buses is for hire, you know. But
no, they're doing like if we just, government of Grenada ordered all the buses to go behind NNP.
That's the impression they
all they didn't realize a lot of the bus drivers was wearing the t-shirt too. That should tell all you something. That should tell you all something. Yeah? Because as the economy moves and as people have to travel, they could pay the bus. Yeah? Bus driver do have to be taken as a no ball.
And for years, you know.
Yeah? No ball. I mean, if it's somebody like Badfold, when it comes to the elderly people.
Yeah, you can't stop.
Yeah, don't get Badfold no both. No, if you ain't no Badfold, don't try that stupidness there and play jumping on the bus and give him no ball on the Badfold morning.
Forget, tell him.
But Fold is a man when it comes to the elderly. You just tell people, listen, make space for this gentleman, please. Make space for this lady, please.
Respect.
And he going off-road and drop them. That is Badfold. He does run going up to Beaton area too and St. Paul's and thing.
And Badfold, I say it on behalf of you. You always tell me to champion your cause. We need the soldiers in 1983 the revolution need their money. Senator Nazim Bok, you was a finance minister. Give us some details. Tell us. I mean, point a direction as to where we can go to get a little credit union money and everything like that.
Yeah,
because you was a finance minister.
But you see, there's a trend developing, and I'm trying to understand why they're interested in who wearing tight pants.
Yes.
And all this. I wouldn't belabor the point today. Yeah. I wouldn't belabor the point today. But when a person makes a statement like that, you have to know, Ray, what's going on with you, bro?
Well, let me tell you that. I wish the next time you whine in front of the public, you brag out bus open and everybody see what is there.
It just tells you the nature of the individual, huh? Yeah, all you could say all you want about me. I'm not on a ballot. I ain't putting myself up for office. All you could attack me. All you could say all you want. All you could put out whatever ad. Or you could make any accusation. I mean, the only thing is we're going to court. Definitely we're going to court. But at the end of the day, my name not on no ballot. But he name on a ballot. Ray Roberts' name is on a ballot. All the Christians down there that you're talking about, Christians and Christianity, and who more moral than who. This is what Ray Roberts stand up on a stage and saying.
Well, let me tell you that. I wish the next time you whine in front of the public, you brag out bus open and everybody see what is there.
That is Christian behavior for you.
Christian-like behavior.
That is Christian-like behavior for you. Yeah? My name not on the ballot. He name on the ballot.
He name on the ballot.
Yeah?
Well, Doc, I mean, I hope you're listening. Doc, well, you joined the club, you know. They want to strip me naked and they want your pants bust open. I mean, I don't understand what happened to these guys.
And then he would stay on the same platform that he ain't supporting same-sex. He's trying to hide something, man.
Something you're trying to hide?
How come you're trying to be so forceful on that point? You're trying to hide something, Ray?
You want the leader? Because the leader say he want to strip me naked in public. I don't know what I have that he want to see, that he don't have.
Oh, and I've got the video of you saying it there, so try to say it didn't say.
You understand? So
oh, I've got the video, bro.
we just can't understand. And look at Ray. Ray, I mean, you can't help yourself.
Those of you on the phone lines, we're going to come to you in a little while. Eh? We come in. Don't worry, we come in.
That is why. And
they're
to all
political.
the supporters,
go ahead.
Yeah, to all the supporters who continue to encourage me to walk in my extra pair of pants and T-shirts, I'm taking heed. Definitely taking heed. I am walking with it every day.
Hannah, I cannot repeat what you tell me to tell Ray. I cannot repeat. This is live radio. I cannot. Hannah, what you just said and tell me in the inbox there to tell Ray, I can't tell Ray that.
No, Hannah, we won't.
Hey, cause morning, Teddy. Well done again. Yeah, well done again, man. Teddy Christopher TC. Yeah, top cat. Man. Yeah, the man that does do the best work on them vehicle renovations and that kind of thing. They man bad like that. Yeah, but he also bad with the Calypso as well. Yeah, you also bad with the Calypso. Tati, morning, my sweetheart. Yeah, Depot, morning. Yeah, Hannah, I'm not repeating that. Yeah. Oh gosh, I can't. But we in the middle of the program, but you can expect to see me now. So I suppose the lady program come outside then. You gotta hold on. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, folks. So I can understand that. Yeah. I can understand. Hannah, I can't tell you man that.
No, Hannah, we can't.
I can't tell you man that. Yeah. Oh, how somebody could come to see me in the middle of the program? How they could do me that? Eh? How they could do me that?
Leslie!
Yeah, that person doesn't listen to our dog.
Yeah.
Yes, folks, we're going to take your calls in a while, but let's just explain this. It's only a lazy political organization will be acting in the way that the NDC is acting. It says that there's a fundamental problem with the organization called the NDC and the ability to perform. And why I say that is simply this. Now, you can't be wanting to perform as a political organization, the NDC, you want to do your thing and all this kind of thing. And everything you're complaining. Now, look, they are making accusations of voter padding. They are making accusations. Voter padding is a serious accusation to make. They are making accusations of voter padding. Any political organization that worth its salt, they ain't just going and make accusation, you know. They're getting the people off the list. Getting the people off the list. They're going to go and they're going to canvass the list. They're going to comb the list. They're going to make sure that who's supposed to be there and who ain't supposed to be there in there. They're going to make sure that they go through the list properly. And they, in other words, they would do the political work. But if the leader lazy, and if the head of the organization lazy, then the organization lazy. A simple thing like that. They're looking for any excuse now for why they lose the election. NNP padding lists.
They're preparing those excuses, you know. Imagine that.
When NDC activists and people disappear from Northwest St. George and suddenly appear on the list in St. George Northeast, don't worry, we send all 54 of them back. We send all. Those all they try to stick there, and those all they try to stick in St. John, don't worry, they're on their way back.
They're in the rightful place.
I know certain people getting a cocktail in tongue. A set of them disappear from the list in tongue and appear in Northeast. Yeah? When they do not reside there. And have never resided there. Yeah? They disappear from where they're supposed to be and they end up across there. No, you hear the NNP complaining about that? No.
Because we do our work.
We do the procedure.
Exactly.
There's legislation in place and there are laws in place to deal with something like that. So we ain't going and complain. We ain't going and complain and say, well, look, that is the situation, and complain and hold press conference and all that thing. No.
We're going to act.
We act. We do what has to be done because we are an organized political organization. But if the NDC can't even organize to remove people from the list that they believe should not be on the list, we're not saying what they're saying is true. They believe that these people should not be where they are. Yeah? If they cannot organize as a political organization and move them, then something had to be wrong with all you.
Definitely wrong. Well, with the head, something wrong with the head. In terms of the level of organization, the chairman, the leader, the general secretary, these are the persons.
It means that there's a problem from leader, deputy leader, chairperson, deputy chairperson, general secretary, assistant general secretaries. Something is definitely wrong with the organization. And you're going to put a country in these people's hands to run what? They can't run the political organization. They're catching hell to run a campaign.
Imagine.
Imagine these two aspects of a campaign that anybody that runs a political party is supposed to have down pack. Canvassing your list and transportation for your members from location to location. NDC complaining. And who do they want to blame? NNP. Like if NNP taking people and bring them place and say, you register over here. We weren't the ones walking in Mount Rush, yes, Senator Burke? Well, no, as of today, it's not Senator Burke again. Yeah. We were not the ones, Suslov, walking up there. Now I call him a nice name, Suslov. We were not the ones, comrade, walking in Mount Rush door to door and telling people come and register in Northeast.
Yeah.
That was not the New National Party, bro. Try and deny it.
That was
embarrassed one. I want them.
Comrade Suslov and his crew.
I really want some of them to say what I'm saying is a lie. Let me embarrass them.
But Sheldon, for years,
I'm baiting them and they ain't taking the bait. I'm saying on air that I'm baiting them because I want them to come and tell me that I'm lying.
For years, or even for the last year, we've been begging them to dispute some of the things that we continue to say on this program, and they can't. I mean, it's an open program. We speak freely. We speak truthfully. And so, right? So when we say that the leaders of NDC, they are lying, they are lazy, and they are incompetent. We talking facts. They can't challenge that because every day you continue to see the mistakes, right, and the direction that these guys are going. Can we take a chance to put Grenada in these guys' hands?
I can't understand how anybody could seriously. I mean, maybe my mental capacity is not up to the level to understand because after all, we are all supposed to be needy and greedy. The supporters of the New National Party, we're all supposed to be needy and greedy and so on.
We're all supposed to be brats.
Yeah, those of you that left the NDC,
those of us that left, we're brats. And everything like that.
Yeah, we're supposed to be needy and greedy. And then to listen, and I felt so sorry for the young man this morning. He was asked a direct question, and he was asked about that needy and greedy statement. And would you believe that the NDC candidate, whatever his name is, the guy I'm playing from just now, says, I just forget his name, it's so forgettable. But the guy end up coming and say that how he never hear that, he don't know about that. He sit on a program with a host that was saying it.
He's confusing.
He sit on a program with a host that calling NNP people needy and greedy. He's sitting in an executive with people who have repeated the statement, said they agree with the statement in New York, come to Grenada, ask the question on air,
and they wouldn't
and say we're not apologizing, they double down on it.
But I mean, look at the simple things that these guys lie about. What's wrong with them? Oh my God.
I can't.
Disgusting, man.
I mean, come on, man. That one and all, man. That one.
I mean, and not on one occasion that the lady, I mean, said clearly that she would not apologize for that statement. It is true, and she will continue to say it.
But the thing is, we continue to see how dysfunctional the NDC as an organization is. It's basic. It's not like you didn't know that elections are coming up. It's not like you didn't know that. You know elections are coming up. So, as a political organization, you say we are organized, you say you're ready, you say call the date, you're supposed to be ready with your transportation.
Call the thing.
I would have thought that you had that thing organized and dung pack and you're ready, and because you say you're ready, you say call the date. You ask the man to call the date, and when he call it now, you want to vex.
Yeah, you're vexing.
You say, this is you.
Call the thing, doc. Call the date. Repeat it after me. Call the date.
Call the election. Call the election. We ready for you.
That is not NNP talking there. That wasn't we supporters and them on the stage telling boss call the date. That was you saying that you're, I mean, the day after that you come and say that you're Brooks. But still, that was you saying call the date.
And when the date call, you have a problem with it.
That is how much candidates there. Let me see how much candidates.
Call the thing, doc. Call the date. Repeat it after me. Call the date.
Call the election. Call the election. We ready for you.
So there's at least two of your candidates that was there saying call the date, because the other person with the annoying voice, I ain't too sure. But the first two, the first one and the last one, two of your candidates, they're executive members of the NDC, and they were saying call the date. Are you ready for it? I mean, the next day, you come out and you say, well, listen, we kind of broke, so if all you could give us a little $5, $10. All them we're granting donks out of what you cut, because you say cutting into the profit. But You start to ask for a little $5, a little $10, that kind of thing.
No wonder why. Right after they did that, and some of the guys, the vagrants who usually ask for what and what, they become so mad with them. They turn and they make a video on the guys, you know. Imagine that.
Let me say this to Carriacou people. Good morning to all the listeners on the islands of Carriacou and Petit Martinique. That's pleasant good morning to you. I am sorry I am not able to play the audio immediately for you because I'm having some technical issues. But I heard the NDC candidate for Carriacou say that it have people eating out a garbage can in Carriacou.
Wow.
Carriacou people listening local and abroad. The candidate of the NDC for Carriacou and Petit Martinique, he make sure he take out Petit Martinique in that because them Petit Martinican would have banned him. But the candidate for Carriacou and Petit Martinique has said, Carriacou people, I want you to tell me if that is true. That he has seen people in Carriacou eating out a garbage can. In Carriacou, you know. Not in any other part of Grenada. He said in Carriacou, you know. He said other parts of Grenada too. But Carriacou, our Carriacou, my Carriacou.
You have to answer to that.
Anybody you see digging in a garbage bin in Carriacou is a mad person. They are not of sound mind. It's not because of economic pressure. Nobody's starving in Carriacou.
Not the Carriacou that we know.
Fast and outer place.
Not the Carriacou that we know.
He fast and outer place.
He's trying to
not
gain
my
prominence in a different place. Not the Carriacou that we visit every so often.
Don't try and give my island because it's mine too. My father neighbor Stringberry in Mount Royal up in the family foundation. My grandfather, my grandmother, my aunts and my uncles and my cousins, the neighbor Stringberry right there in Carriacou.
Yep.
Don't try that one and try to make the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique look like if we desperate and we bad. That is where I just get hot.
That is disgusting.
If you want to run a campaign, speak about the issues that affect the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique. But when you come and try to make it look like Carriacou people suffering to the point that you have people eating out a garbage can, I take umbrage with that one. If you go in and dig, according to Wilma, he may talk about himself. If you want to go and dig in garbage can, because like what you're talking was garbage. If you want to talk like that, yeah? How could you face the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique? You're accusing them of eating out a garbage can.
Imagine that.
And you know, if it have one or two individuals doing that in Carriacou, even here in Grenada, they are mental cases. It's not desperation. It's not economic. It's mental. Everybody on the island knows that. That's why you come and only put out an ad with iTrod from St. John. A man who has been doing this thing because he has his mental issues and has been doing this thing for decades. Decades. It's no economic thing like he can't find a job and things so bad that he had to eat out of a garbage can. But you went on GBN radio, that is listen. Brendoy, morning if you're listening. You went on GBN radio this morning. A radio station that's listened from one end of this island to the other. That all the regional countries listen to as well. That is listened to internationally. Because they consider it to be representative of what is taking place in Grenada at any point in time. They consider it to be the national radio station, which it was at a point in time. And you make a statement like that about Carriacou people?
Shame on you,
I take
boy.
umbrage with that. I take serious umbrage with that. Carriacou people, I want to hear earlier on that. I want to know who it is in Carriacou eating out a garbage can. I want Mr. whatever his name is to tell people who it is eating out a garbage can in Carriacou.
But why they continue to hit on the defenseless people? I mean, you guys, shame on you guys. Come after people who could respond to you and put you all in your place. But you're going after defenseless people. That is what you guys are doing. You advantage us. Take on members of the NNP, right? And challenge. Let's talk progress. Let's talk what you have done and what we have done. Let's talk that. Stop beating up on the defenseless and vulnerable persons of our society.
From ever
Advantage
since,
us.
From the history of Grenada, it has never been a case that this is one country It has never been a case that people dig in a garbage bin due to economic reasons.
Not in Grenada.
Not on this island. Nor Carriacou, nor Petit Martinique. It has never been a case. Anybody you see doing that, and let's say good morning to all the tourists and visitors. Anybody you see doing that, mental issues. Mental issues. No sane person in Grenada goes digging inside there to find something to eat. That does not happen.
See, and that is just to show people the distance that those guys from the NDC will go to humiliate their own brothers and sisters.
But look at it. We've come off the blacklist. No talk about that.
No talk. Everybody hush though.
We have turned the sod for close to 600 new houses. That was turned last week. A lot of people don't realize that. Yeah. Delma Thomas, together with Oliver Joseph, they had a sod turning in Corinth. That took place on Friday. Yeah, so they had a sod turning ceremony where there are going to be several, a new housing scheme is going to be built in Corinth. That's going to provide housing opportunities for a lot of persons there in the St. David area, and maybe some of the adjoining areas as well, but mainly the people of St. David. I think mainly the people of St. David would get in that one. Yeah. Also in St. Patrick, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head where it was in St. Patrick.
In the Villa, I think.
The Villa, right.
The Villa, yeah.
So that would be Anthony Boson.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Boson.
So the sod was turned there as well. There's also going to be a housing project in Carriacou, in Dumfries, and one or two other areas in St. George. I think Bougejou is one of the areas that has been marked as well as frequented, 2 for St. George, Bougejou as well as frequented, and St. John. I think they're getting pretty close, or I think they have got the spot now. I think when Honorable W was here, he said the final thing was taking place to confirm the location for the houses for St. John. And the ones that are being done in St. Patrick will kind of be on border between St. Mark and St. Patrick. So that you're going to have that for them. And then St. Andrew has their share to get. Yeah? So 600 houses. But you ain't going to hear them talking about that.
No, they won't.
They won't come and try to sell you some fantasy about we sell Camahorn Park. No matter how much you tell them. 2 of them is lawyer, including the one in the town of St. George. At least 2 are lawyers. And they would not go and do a simple search and say, look, there's no documentation here. The place has not been sold. No agreement exists in relation to that. They ain't doing anything like that, you know. But only try and talk. As soon as we come in, we taking it back.
That's all. Why do you like when I get take back things so? I mean, you know, they're getting on like some of us, we in a relationship, and as soon as either the man or the woman, or the most of the times the man, or they break up, some man like to go back and just take back things that they give women.
We're trying to build a country, and we're trying to move a country forward. Yeah, people like Ray saying, bring back St. George how it was. Imagine. So that, in other words, get rid of everything on the Esplanade. All them things like where NIS had a new place there, get rid of that. Get rid of Republic Bank, get rid of all them things. Because if you're talking to the extreme of bring it back how it was, you mean get rid of that.
Exactly.
Yeah? You have not said, let us develop it in a modern way while retaining its historic value. That's what Peter David is saying. Let us modernize the town while at the same stage we are going to maintain that historic architecture and feel to the town of St. George. So that when the market was being redone under his stewardship, it was modernized, but it kept the feel, the architectural feel that existed there before. And that's what we're looking at. Get rid of the dilapidated buildings around the town. That is a major one. Camille always complain about that one right across from her that them rats and them running in. Yeah? She always complain about that one.
Formerly Simon's Plumbing, yeah.
Yeah, that's an area. Yeah. Not only there are 1 or 2 other dilapidated buildings in the town that need to go. Yeah? I know an act was passed to deal with that, and it has to be enforced through the ministries. Ministry of Health for one and Ministry of Works. It has to be enforced, and these buildings have to go. That's why you hear Peter talking about. Not rolling back, but moving forward. That's why we say, let's keep moving. Go in forward. So when you vote for Peter David, you are voting to move the town of St. George forward.
Yep.
If you vote otherwise, you're looking to roll it back.
The reverse.
We are going to keep moving forward. And you know, even worse, I listened to the political leader at a speech that he gave last year. And I hear all of them talking about who wearing tight pants and who dancing on stage. When I looked at their thing on Sunday, I see the same Ray dancing.
Ray dancing?
Was a kind of joke and stick, but I see Ray dancing. I see Philip Alexander. I see all of them dancing.
Claudette wasn't dancing too.
All of them was dancing.
Yeah, imagine.
But when it comes to Dr. Mitchell dancing, they have a problem. Like every time we have an NNP rally, we just have a set of artists on stage. Dr. Mitchell does run up. He does just dance. And
the rally done.
Call 3 or people name and embarrass them and then jump off the stage. And exactly, rally done.
That is what they want you to believe.
Yeah. But if all you was coming to the rally and paying attention and taking off your political blinders, you'd realize that Dr. Mitchell has laid out quite a bit over the past few weeks in relation to the vision of the new National Party as how we're going to move Grenada forward. Continue to move Grenada forward. But let me hear what Mr. Burke had to say on the 29th of October. Let me hear what he had to say.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. As they say, the thing starts. And if the thing starts, I have to do like everybody else. I make you one promise, I won't be dyeing my hair. I'll put on the tight pants. I'll go dance if you want me to dance, but I'm not dyeing my hair.
Yeah, so you don't have a problem with dancing. If that will win the votes for him, you don't have a problem with the dancing. You don't have a problem with the dancing. You don't have a problem with the tight pants and thing. You don't have a problem with that. Once it go win votes for him, no, don't take my word for it. Hear him. This is on the 29th of October, 2017 at Wester Hall.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. As they say, the thing starts. And if the thing starts, I have to do like everybody else. I make you one promise, I won't be dyeing my hair. I'll put on the tight pants. I'll go dance if you want me to dance, but I'm not dyeing my hair.
Yeah, don't blame us. All we do is play exactly what they say. Yeah, some people want to cuss us something for playing what they say. You want to see man and show what?
Yeah,
if all you realize I doesn't listen to all, I don't bother I tell you. They want to see man and show what? Yeah?
I mean, you're repeating or you're playing back things that they say. They commit themselves to certain statement. You know, you come back to Honda.
I don't know what here Nazim was going to die anyway.
Yeah, you don't have here any here.
Exactly. That is why you could make that promise because he ain't no here to die.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Promise.
But he willing to put on the tight pants.
Yeah,
he willing to do that.
Yeah, he willing to put on the tight pants.
He willing to dance. He willing to do that.
Yeah.
Because if that is what you feel it takes to get vote, like you said, and feel it takes organization, discipline, and competence. And you, Mr. Burke, are incompetent.
Very so much.
You were incompetent with the economy of Grenada. You're incompetent as the deputy leader of the NDC because your party lost 15-0. And you're incompetent with the leadership of the NDC because you can't even organize transportation to take your people from one location to the other. But I must trust you with my country and my treasury.
They like to owe. Why they like to owe so?
My country, yes, mine.
They like to owe. You come in government, your finance minister, you're owing. You understand? Your party they owing since 2008. Why you all like to owe? You don't like to pay. And you, the finance minister, you should set a better example. Venus and Burke, you claim to be this bright economist, you know, who can take Grenada forward. And so, you know, but you keep on owing people. And then you all keep on talking about the debt and debt and debt. Look around.
You know, when people say
take a good look at yourself.
Then people say touch something for them. Let me touch it.
Yeah, touch it.
NNP, walk to them. Whoa.
We're gonna take your calls in a short while.
Fire. Everybody start to perspire. Let's keep moving on. Let's keep moving on. 840 million. Let's stop with just on the island. Let's keep moving on. Let's keep moving on. NDC beg and beg for a blind. Tell the people I said a lie. When the people give them a try, they somehow the country try. When they want the election, them fellas didn't have a plan. One time they get to the eat, that is why they lose every seat. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Let's keep moving. Everywhere is more development. Let's keep moving on. Let's keep moving on.
Not one seat for them.
NDC can come back at all.
Not one seat for them.
We want progress and no more scandal.
Not one seat for them.
Hear what I tell all you. When you vote in election day, let the progress continue.
Not one seat for them.
We cannot take that chance.
Not one seat for them.
Green is the insurance.
Not one seat for them.
We got to keep moving. So this election, when all you vote, let us bury Nazim. 5 years ago, we made a change because the country needed to be rearranged. NDC got in power. The country they couldn't run. Instead of lifting us up, them buggers they bring us straight to the ground. Look at how the country take off, man, with so much speed. Just because we give Dr. Mitchell another chance to lead. When keep they in power, man, we does beat with chest. Because that is the only time we country does make progress.
Not one seat for them.
Get the broom and let we sweep clean.
Not one seat for them.
Forget broom and we vacuuming.
Not one seat for them.
The hat don't have no romance. So if all you love your country, with yellow don't take a chance.
Not one seat for them.
Man, we want everything.
Not one seat for them.
Not 14, we taking 15.
Not one seat for them.
We don't want no opposition, because them fellas in NDC have no love for the nation. Our worst experience was under NDC. So much mismanagement of the economy. We gave them a chance to run this country, but them boy couldn't do it. Even
yeah, let me pull up that. Nice. Yes, folks. So we're gonna open the phone lines 440-7377 and
347-329-3101. That's the overseas line.
The only way we can make that not one seat for them a reality is that we have to come out and vote. It don't happen just so. It don't happen just so. Come out and vote. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello. Okay, we lost that call.
Somebody asking to show them where you're dancing.
Me? No. Listen, I do not make fun of people and their various issues, and I refuse to do anything like that. All I'm saying is that he has a problem with the Prime Minister dancing. We have heard the statement that he made. Yeah, we have heard the statement that he made on the carnage on Sunday. We hear him. So let me hear what he say again.
Well, let me tell you that. I wish the next time he whine in front of the public, he braggart bus open and everybody see what is there.
I don't know why he's interested in seeing what is there, but he wants to see what is there. And he wants everybody to see what is there. So I don't know why he is interested in seeing that. I don't wish that on he, nor do I wish it on any of his other members or anybody. Yeah, but probably he has something that he wants to see. So anyway.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, my dear.
Sheldon.
Hi.
I'm so upset of the rally and the carnage with the NDC supporters and them. I had a cousin where she does drink alcohol and things. So apparently she take a little drink and she go across on the carnage. Reach across the carnage now, not knowing that NDC have a rally there because she come from Guelph. So she didn't know anything. Going across now, some of the NDC supporters and them hola put her in a tray of a van and try stripping out of the NMP jersey. That's not nice. That's childish.
Hold on. No, that's not childish. That's criminal. Did she make a report to the police?
No, she didn't. It's because she was under the influence of alcohol.
It's even
but she
worse.
Was going to paddock by her sister.
It's even worse. No one is to lay their hands on you. And I would advise you that before the end of today, a proper report, calling the radio station and talk about it is one thing, but a report, we need to nip this in the bud. Nobody, no NNP is supposed to do that to any NDC. No NDC is supposed to do that to any NNP.
It's a public road, and if she passes, she didn't even know they have a meeting there. And if somebody who tell us, oh, they see this crowd, a set of people hold this one person, and they went to find out to see what was going on. And when they reached there, they saw is the person there with the NMP jersey, and she saw like a piece. So I don't know what they want to beat her to do.
What I'm going to say here is that we have to nip that sort of behavior in the bud immediately. Let her make an official complaint to the Royal Grenada Police Force. I know that the policemen and women of Grenada are in a no-nonsense mood with that type of behavior. Whether it's NNP doing it, whether it's NDC doing it.
Okay.
They're in a no-nonsense mood when it comes to this sort of thing. We want our country to remain nice and peaceful.
Please
so
get her to make a
make
report.
sure,
Yes.
make sure that
Please.
she makes a report to the police today.
Okay.
Right,
Don't let
do that.
today end and that report is not made.
All
Go
right.
with her if you have to go with her and get any witnesses so that the people who did that could be identified and arrested before the week is up.
Alright.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to teach some people a lesson so that would not reoccur.
And,
Yes.
and
All right?
please keep us in touch, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Let's
Okay,
know how
my
it's
dear.
going. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to tolerate. I'm not going to tell NNP people to see a NDC person and do them that.
Hell no.
If any NNPI do that, I will be one of the first person that saying jail them.
Yeah, I don't want to associate with them.
Yeah, I'll be one of the first persons that say jail them. Everybody have a right to wear what you want to wear and go which meeting you want to go. But we know some people heart hot in them. The one they have on the t-shirt, it hot in them
Yeah, you're really hurting them.
from what they saw on Sunday. But don't worry about the crowd.
Desperation.
Don't worry about the crowd, bro. Don't worry about that. Worry about the 13th of March. I'm moving like if I was one of them NJM fellas and them. 1979. I'm moving since 4 and 5 in the morning. And I'm going not to the radio station. I'm going to the polling station.
We move tonight.
Yeah, we ain't going like, you know, what we moved tonight them days.
Yeah,
But
them
the guys
days
are
don't moving like that.
They was going to the police station
Yes.
and the radio station.
We going
to the polling station.
We moving since the night of the 12th. We gonna line up in front of that polling station. That is where we going on March 13th.
Leave no facility unmanned.
No facility unmanned. Right? We manning all roads and we pointing all the directions to the polling station.
Yeah.
All the polling stations. We ain't blocking the road. We manning the road and we directing the traffic straight to the polling stations.
Cello, you expect me to go and say, I can't say that, Cello. I can't say that. But no, this is serious business.
Yeah,
on the 13th of March, we're going to recreate something. We're moving early.
We moving early.
Yeah, after 4 or 5, we're on the road. We're heading. We want to be the first ones to vote.
Exactly.
Now, don't take what the NDC has up on their website telling you that the polling stations open at 7.
Nope.
They're putting that on the website to fool some people. But they ain't go fool us. Polling stations open at 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
They have it
morning.
saying that it opens at 7. It's not opening at 7. They don't even know what time polling station open.
No, they know.
Papa
They're deliberating doing what they're doing. Yeah, to distort the people, to create confusion and chaos. That is what they're best at. To create chaos in situations like that because they are desperate. But you know what? That's why we are here, to identify
so
them.
by the time, what they're doing is try to make you go an hour later. So by the time
Exactly.
you reach, they already vote all their people. All their people done go through and vote already. So they're trying to spread the message now that polling stations open at 7. No polling station opens at 7. All polling stations, whether you're in Petit Martinique or you are in Point Saline, it opens at 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
6 a.m. B, at the polling station, 5:30 in the morning, 5 if you want. Be the first one to vote. The last one, not the last one. Be the first one to vote. Not the last. Yeah?
And make no mistake, we gathering since around 3, 4 o'clock on the morning of the 13th, right? We going and we heading straight to the polling stations, right? We going there in an orderly fashion and we going and put the X right across the house.
But here's another part of this, Devon. We heard the NDC saying this.
Ting doc. Call the debt. Repeat it after me. Call the debt.
Call the election. Call the election. We ready for you.
I know the man called the date. You want to vex with the date he called.
They vex me with the date.
Well,
Imagine that.
Here's what. My suggestion, I've made it since yesterday, I'll continue to make it. My suggestion to all my good friends in the NDC who are upset with the date of the 13th of March, you can use the option and go to the polling station on the 30th of March instead.
Yes.
Yeah? Since you're so vexed and the date is so disrespectful, don't deal with the disrespect. Don't go on the 13th. Go on the 30th. Yeah? Yeah, go on the 30th. We don't mind. Go on the 30th.
Good morning,
Yeah.
Sheldon. Good morning, Devon.
Good morning.
Morning. Sheldon, Sunday was an excellent day.
I see Northwest come down in the numbers, man.
Yeah, Northwest came down with the numbers.
All they drag out Zingo, all kind of thing. I see all they drag out Zingo and all.
Yeah, man. yeah. Sheldon, I want to say, the 3 candidates that end us Sunday, everything that they've said about them is true. Right? The people of Northwest could testify that Dr. Mitchell is a man that cares about people. And he did not only care about people as he came in politics. Same before he came to politics, he used to demonstrate that love to people. Right? He demonstrated that love. Right? Peter David. Look at Peter David again. He cares about people. Right? Look at what he's doing in court. He's only number 1 court, number 2, number 3 court. You have Peter David representing people in poor people children in court. You ever seen that in Buck and Clyde Jones there? Right? You don't see Peter David there? Yeah, sometimes when you go,
I want to know how much
might be number 1 and number 2 court. But we have to wait. We are patient because we know the man and he cares about people. Right? Check out Mr. Gary Boyd again. Right? That doesn't matter. He cares about people. If you remember when he was the manager of Grand Lake and the commissioner was the Minister of Works, you want to electrify the people in the rural area. Where some people, when the children had to go to school, have homework to do, they do either under Masanto or sometimes candle. But they bring electricity to each and every one of their home. Right? Pipe bone water. They bring that to the people of the rural area and to the whole church, the whole country. Because that is a form of demonstrating that you care about people. I want to see the people of Greater life develop. But look at NDC. They criticize everything. Right? You don't want nothing to happen for the people in the country. So how could we don't want nothing to happen? Then nothing positive happen. And come and tell people you care. Look at the Imani. If you care about the young people, you should put aside allocation money to maintain Imani. They send them home. The poor people again, look, they promise them $400. What is? They put $50 money, right? And they take out some of them name to give the $50. So you see, NMP is not for the attack about care and talk about love. They talk about love and they demonstrate that love. They talk about care and they demonstrate the care. Right? So NMP is the part, they talk the talk and they walk the walk. But NDC, only talk and no action. I want to say, Brother Sheldon, all what we are continuing, election day, the 30th of March, go get up early, go out and vote for the house, and we only looking at one symbol, the house. Because the house is a place where we shelter people. A house is a place where people feel comfortable. Because when rain falling, you will not get wet because you're inside the house. But when you have a heart, the symbol, a heart that is not well, a heart of hatred, that heart is a sick heart. And Brother Sheldon, I want to say, continue to spread the positive message and let the Grand people know exactly what is going on in the country. NMP is the party that cares and loves them and the one that's looking out for them to take our country forward. You all have a wonderful day.
All right,
All right, my brother.
And we have another caller.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yes, what I'm calling to tell you, sir, those young people just voted for the first time. You must tell them how to put by the house.
Yes, we're going to go through all of that within the next few weeks. I didn't want to start it too early.
Yes,
but
sir.
we are going to go through that. We're also going to go through
Yes,
procedure. Okay. We're also going to go through procedure on election day because we know that we know for a fact that there is a plan by the NDC to disrupt polling stations on election day. I would like them to sue me and say that what I am saying is a lie. As the organization, NDC, write me and take me to court right now. Yeah? Write me, Sheldon Scott of Frequente St. George, and take me to court right now. There is a plan by the NDC to disrupt polling stations, particularly polling stations that the NNP is strong in. They have a plan. Well, you got to disrupt all. But we have a caller.
Good morning.
Good day, brothers. How you guys doing?
Good day. Good man.
You see, Sheldon, when you say there's a lot of truth to that. NDC plan is to disrupt this election. And the problem I have is that we NMPites, well, some of us take them serious, but the rest seems to be taken as a joke. And I think we need to be as militant as how they're thinking just as well. The Prime Minister give them enough time. The Prime Minister could have called election maybe last year or a year before, a snap election, and get back his 15 seats easily. You wait until the time expired, he still give them a long campaign season to get themselves ready. And they still calling fall. So you see something wrong with these people. Then they go wrong. And I remember last election, they say, the election before that, Caribbean Island, they go take it back when they win. Look, they tell their supporters that. Their supporters believe that. And they keep continue lying for this. Even right now, they tell their supporters right now, Cameron Park is sold, and they will take it back. You know? So they keep lying for their supporters, and the supporters, somehow, I don't understand, they don't seem to understand the people lying for them, day in and day out, just to keep them at a certain level. And then they run around and say, oh, NMP dance. To me, I feel I don't want to say they dance, but if somebody tell you a lie over and over and you believe that, something wrong with you. But I'm listening this morning on GBN, our goodly brother from Carriacou was there. And I asked him a simple question. I think our candidate in Carriacou should take that tape and listen to that question when I ask him, and the way he answered it. And Sheldon should play that too. I asked him, do we support the statement by the ministers in St. George's that NMP is needy and greedy, NMP people is eating from garbage bin? And he said, yes. Yes, you see people eating from the garbage bin. So the point is that I do believe that he killed his political campaign right there by admitting, because I know Carriacou and Peter Mani people are proud people. And there are people that, when I went to Carriacou once, and I was impressed. I was so impressed, I wanted to go up there and leave. I like the place so much. People up there are proud, hard-working people. You understand? And they come out there, you're a candidate running for office. And you're so glad to say yes. You're seeing cars eating from garbage bin. You know, to me, that man and I'm crazy, you know. And if you're so proud and so, you know, some kind of going to say, no, I mean, I distance myself from that. Because, you know, we are one people and we need to uplift our people. The man's so proud to admit, yes, you see people in Carriacou from garbage bin. So Carriacou out there, I know you guys just learn. These people don't care about you guys. They don't care. You have a wonderful candidate up there, a beautiful young lady, exciting, energetic, you know, and she's just there, and she wants to take care of you guys. Every name on us there, you do a wonderful job. We have to keep moving. Sheldon, I hope you get that clip and play it. It's on GBN. You were there this morning. Have a nice.
No problem.
All right, my brother.
Yes, indeed. The 4407377, that's the number to get on the inside. I believe we have another caller.
Good morning and welcome. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
Morning, gentlemen. This is what I am. Morning, gentlemen. I'm happy to hear you all this morning. These are some of my concerns about the program this morning. We see especially people who asking us to give them the opportunity to work on our behalf. I always ask people to be genuine at all times and not at some times. If I'm representing the program properly, I heard the gentleman to have explained that he's aware of certain personnel who can assist the health system, especially with relations to Carriacou. And it is like if this is being put off until they get in office or for when they get in office. And I'm saying this is not how a political organization ought to operate. The health situation in the country is an immediate something. You're able to assist, your assistance is needed now rather than later. So it ought not to be a question of when you get in office. Do it now. I recall a few years ago, his organization made a public show of the fact that they donated some food items to the hospital. Unfortunately, that was not continued. You understand me? you as an organization having the connections, having the possibility of making a worthwhile contribution to the health situation of your country. And you are talking about when you get in office. To me, it does not speak of your genuinity. You understand me? So I'm saying what you can do for your country, you do it when you are, once the need is there, you do it. And you do it irrespective of if you are in the office or not. That is to me, that is your patriotic duty. That speaks to your genuineness, it speaks to your patriotism, and it speaks to your nationalism. It speaks to the example you wish to give to the country. Then you're talking about partisanship. If you are only willing to make that contribution when your theme is in office, there goes partisanship. There goes, and again, he talks about the fact, and I wish your program could verify that for me, because I think he made a statement that officially party colors is that of the national flag. That offends me. That's my personal opinion I'm stating here. Offends me. And I would just like to know if the Parliamentary Electoral Office has indeed had accepted such, because I'm personally prepared to contest such a thing. Let us our national colors remain national. No one political organization should adopt our national colors. That should be a no-no as far as I am concerned. But again, I ask persons who are seeking political office, do what you could do for your country now, and do it irrespective of. Do it because you're genuine. Do it because you're honest. Do it because you're concerned about poor people. So do it because you want to assist in a real way. The Prime Minister, when he won 15-0, he said, look, come on board, everybody. He calls it Project Grenada. That is how we have to operate. You don't have to wait till when you get in office. Come on, be big, be mature, and stop being passive, narrow, and limited. We don't need that. Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, thank you very much, Doc. Yes, indeed.
Point right there.
4407377.
347-329.
And I call on the line already.
01. Good morning and welcome.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, morning.
Morning, this is Sheldon.
Yes, you're on the program, my dear.
Tell Persuader to go and take a chill pill and then he go win the seat in St. David.
But
he can stop us.
Okay. Later, baby. All right, okay.
Have a good day.
Me, Papa.
Doc made a
Persuader done telling people in St. David, when he win, he go in and ship Sheldon Scott back to Trinidad in a smoke herring box.
Wow.
That is where Persuader, the NDC candidate, go and sue me, take me to court.
Persuader again, huh?
Anything I say here, believe me, I could prove it, Persuader telling people in St. David he go ship me, Sheldon Scott, back to Trinidad in a smoke herring box when he win.
Persuader again on, man.
Yeah, go ahead. We go see who go win. Yeah.
You see, one of the things
end a political career for you.
As Doc rightly said, these guys and them, they always attaching conditions to what they have to do for anybody and even for the country.
Mm-hmm.
The country must vote for them to help better the health care.
Let's stick up in right there.
Good morning. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Is this Mr. Scott program?
Yes.
This is your program, but Mr. Scott on it.
Yeah, something I heard on the radio program is why I like to confirm that. Were there a particular time for closing off registration yesterday? At a particular hour?
No, 5 o'clock is when the doors are closed. Anybody that was inside at that time could still be registered. Whether they have to wait until 7 or so, but inside the gate, they had to be registered.
Yeah, but what I was hearing on other programs was that people were still coming in all 9 and so on. So I would like to know, I like this statement to be confirmed, please. Thank you.
No, they make it, so they are to confirm it. I don't have to confirm it. They
Well,
make it,
I
so
mean,
they are to
if you know
confirm
that,
it.
if you know anything about it, you could give a.
I don't know anything about that.
About
I don't know anything about that. All right, my dear. Yeah, if they know that, then they're supposed to deal with it. Yeah, if they know that that is happening, if they have seen that, then that's why we keep saying they are lazy political organization that can't happen with an NP. We go see that happening and allow it to continue. No, we get in lawyers immediately and file an injunction. Immediately, we file an injunction. And it's an electronic system. You must know what time the person's photo and so on was taken and they were registered. Once the doors were closed, once you got there before 5 and you were on the compound, you had to be allowed to register. Yeah? But they're worried. They're looking for any excuse right now. They're looking for any excuse.
Good morning and welcome.
Hey, good morning, Sheldon and Devon.
Good morning, my brother.
My man, I listen good. He say you go see Caraconian eating from a garage bin. From a garage bin. Listen me, when I done with him, back eat his supper. His family won't even glad to see him. I done with him.
All right, my brother.
All right, my brother.
Yeah, dog eat his supper. I kayak to my heart. I'll deal with him.
But that's what the man said. The man said people in Caracou, we Caracou, you know. Cut us weak, Caracou, you know.
He damn place, you know, when I done with him, he family with them were able to watch him. I just kayak to my heart.
We Caracou, this man said that's all. He got Jesus and ages. All right, my brother.
Take care, buddy.
All right.
We Caracou, this man said that's all people eating out of garbage. Don't worry. By tomorrow, you know, I go out the Clipton plate.
Yeah,
don't worry. And then our next one, stand up on the platform Sunday and talking about, NNP bringing Russians. Mm-hmm. They start with the Russian talk again. NDC just doesn't learn some lessons, do they? They just refuse. They head hard. They refuse to learn certain lessons. So they come back with the Russian talk. You had the Russian talk on your platform in 2013. You lose 15-0. My goodness, you come back with the Russian talk again?
Well, look at who they're using to relay this message. Look at the persons who they're using.
But they know he can't win no seat.
Exactly. Look at the one in Caracou. They know.
They know they can't win no seat, but still you're destroying a young man's political career.
Exactly.
Ali don't know what stupidness you're talking.
Politicians of convenience.
The last man that make that statement, them kind of statement, they end up having to pay money, you know. Right. The last man, and you don't have already to pay.
And yet, Lord.
29th of January 2013, person speaking, Vincent Roberts.
Member of the National Democratic Congress's campaign management team, Vincent Roberts, has made allegations that the election campaign of main opposition New National Party is being funded by the Russian mafia. Roberts was on the NDC platform on Sunday during a rally at the Roy St. John playing field in Tantine and made the announcement to hundreds of party supporters.
They are promising to deliver Grenada to the Russian mafia, who have financed the campaign to the tune of $10 million. The Russian mafia is more dangerous than the Italian mafia, and we cannot afford to let them come to our country. Let us reject the NNP and reject the Russian mafia. On election day, we say no to the NNP and no to the mafia. No to the mafia NNP.
Campaign manager of the New National Party, Kenny Lalsing, responded to those claims in an interview with CC6 Newsnight on Monday.
The New National Party will not deal with any mafia whatsoever. But maybe the person where the statement originated, maybe they are part of something like that. And if that is the case, then they need to explain it to the public. But we in the New National Party has no way that we'll be involved in it. We are not involved in any areas of collecting money from undesirables.
Indeed. And you know, after they talk about that, they still come back again, ask them again at a press conference to give the evidence of what they was talking about. So this is from the 6th of February, 2013.
The ruling National Democratic Congress says it is not yet ready to reveal the evidence it has about the Russian mafia funding of the opposition New National Party's election campaign, but will do so when the time is right. Addressing a media conference last week at its Tempe headquarters in St. George, NDC campaign spokesperson Faye Thompson says there is reasonable suspicion to support the allegations against the NNP.
Well, we leave that for the investigation to throw up. But it's hearsay. We hear it just as how other persons have said it and other persons have heard it. And, you know, if you move from $500 to now lots of money, then it's coming from somewhere. So let them say it's not there. They got it.
Public Relations Officer of the NDC, Glenn Noel, says the police has launched an investigation into the allegations, and as a result, the party will not reveal any evidence that it has.
In many investigations, one has to, at all times, sometimes, and the media knows that pretty well, you don't reveal your source. There are many reasons why you would not reveal your source on many issues. Let me just finish. Let me finish that point.
Big difference
Yeah.
between revealing source and providing evidence. Because our sources usually give us the evidence that we can provide. So we can provide the evidence, but we're not going to reveal the source.
Right. Well, listen, as stories unfolding, we break the initial part of the story. The matter is being looked into. We'll have a second press conference at the appropriate time to address the matter.
He says when the time is right, the NDC will provide the necessary proof to support what the party heard from its sources.
Let's wait and see. We will provide whatever proof or evidence when it becomes completely necessary. In other words, the issue of it is a strategic and tactical one. So the agenda of what you present when and how is in our call, not necessarily your call. You may want to see it, but let us wait, let us look, let us see what is unfolding.
In a recent rally in Tantin, St. George's, the NDC made allegations that the NNP campaign was being financed by Russian mafia, and a few days later, news also came out of the NDC camp that the police immigration department had held some Russians at a resort in the south. Checks by CC6 Newsnight with the relevant authorities, however, did not turn up any information on the Russians being in the country, and the NNP has denied that Russians are in any way involved in financing of the election campaign. Sherry and Noel, CC6 Newsnight.
Yeah, and now they come back with talk about Russians again. And then when I call, not beyond the headlines, to the point, and we've been joined by a gentleman here. Those of you that seen the video, you've seen the gentleman in studio with us, so you know what's going on. Right. This is what Vincent Roberts had to say about that whole debacle, because up to now, there's 2018. The police was investigated in 2013, and we never hear anything about any Russian NNP connection. But hey, Vincent had to say just October last year.
I was speaking on a platform. I was handed a bit of paper, which I read, and that was all that I end up in that situation with. In the moment I received a bit of paper, I was asked to this. I read it, and I accept that it was an error. I wouldn't be caught with that again. But
So you have learned.
I have learned, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, all you think he learned? Because now they have little Ali Dowden come in and accuse Russians at this and that and all kind of thing. I'll play what Ali Dowden say for you in a little while. Because they come back with the Russian story. NDC head hard. They just ain't learning. You tried that in 2013. Vincent Roberts ended up being sued and had to pay through the courts for making those statements.
Liar, liar, liar.
He said somebody hand him a paper and somebody hand him a paper. Yeah, a man talking from a paper. Somebody just passed and they hand him a paper. And he made those statements and he ended up in trouble. But here what he had to say.
Member of the National Democratic Congress's campaign management team, Vincent Roberts, has made allegations that the election campaign of main opposition New National Party is being funded by the Russian mafia. Roberts was on the NDC platform on Sunday during a rally at the Roy St. John playing field in Tantin and made the announcement to hundreds of party supporters.
They are promising to deliver Grenada to the Russian mafia, who have financed the campaign to the tune of $10 million. The Russian mafia is more dangerous than the Italian mafia, and we cannot afford to let them come to our country. Let us reject the NNP and reject the Russian mafia. On election day, we say no to the NNP and no to the mafia. No to the mafia NNP.
Campaign manager of the New National...
Yeah, so, I mean, come on. That's somebody hand you a paper with that kind of thing and you just go on a platform and say it. So you don't care about truth. You don't care about if it's factual. You don't care about if you guess who. Well, you guess who. But you don't care about if you guess who. Now you have Paul Ali Dowden come in and say this.
The Russians say, and it's not to bring them for sand, sea, and sun. They have been hacking our systems. My Facebook have been hacked in the last 3 days. Senator Nazim Burke WhatsApp has been hacked in the last few days. And we have members of this party that can attest to their emails being hacked.
And you know, you go have people stand up there and actually believe in that crap, that nonsense, that convoluted nonsense.
Of course.
You come in 2013, you say you have proof, you go put it out in proper time, police investigating. You, Glenn Noel, and who was the next lady? I can't remember she.
What's she name again? Oh, Faye Thompson.
Yeah.
But I had this scene I did this week, but
Faye, you're coming into the house, Faye?
Oh, yeah, perhaps she's in the house, you know.
Faye might be over here, you know, poor you. We love you still, huh? You're a nice lady. Oh, yeah. I will never say you're a bad lady. You're a nice lady.
Wonderful lady.
KB, good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Sheldon, good morning, my friend.
Good morning.
Ruben, good morning, listeners, you know.
Yeah, KB.
NNPites.
Yeah, man, I know a day coming up here like, you know, March 13th.
Oh, yeah, March 13th. I think it add to the excitement.
Yeah.
Add to the excitement. I was surprised that the NDC take issue that date, you know, and beating up on the date. Everything they beating up.
Excuses.
What I'm surprised, they beat up on the statue in the botanical garden so much. They don't see the white jacket on Cyril Matthew Gary. So I thought
supposed to paint it?
By now, you know, they was going to deal with the issue and try to, you know, add to the base. Well, it seems as though they bankrupt for ideas, and I surprised that they moved from Obia to the Russian. That is surprise. Normally Obia get all the leaks, all the blame for NNP victory. But now they make a switch. They go to the Russian.
The NDC, using surrogates, have been putting out that Obia thing over the weekend. They have been circulating a flyer asking if the Prime Minister is involved in Obia and that kind of thing. So they actually been pushing the Obia still.
I'm surprised now they move the shift a little bit, because I saw on Facebook with the Prime Minister, he had about 4 green candles. You know,
yeah, guys want to push it.
And I laugh. I say, well, Grenadian wouldn't fall for this thing. And it seems as though, you know, Sheldon, the more they go low, is the more NNP just come out and prepare to send them a message. Because, you know, in Sunday gone, every constituency run shuttle buses. Everyone. You know, if you 30 buses, still not enough. You could never have enough buses. You could never have enough jerseys. And our jerseys now is like Adidas and Nike. You know, you can't trust to hang your jersey out on the line, you know. Somebody will take it because there is a shortage of jersey. Is special brand now. Green jersey. And everybody want to go up front. Yeah. I've never seen passion and energy except in the early days of the revolution, you know. You get that passion, that energy, that excitement. And it's not because any dance of the Prime Minister. That is not true, no. It's the performance of the government. And people see it, people experience it, people felt it. It's the performance of this government. Progress. That is what generates the excitement. That is what generates the passion. That is what generates the commitment to support the NNP. And don't feel yourself, people is comparing the last 4.5 years to the present time. You know?
Of course. The NDC 4.5 to the 5 of the NNP?
They're comparing it because they know what they went through. They felt it. They experienced it. They have seen it. You understand? So don't believe it. Is any dance by Dr. Mitchell responsible for generating that excitement, that commitment, that passion? No. It's the performance of this government. And people, listen, asking the NNP supporters to give this government a second chance. You know, no risk they're taking, you know. No risk. You could say you're taking a risk with NDC, but there's no risk, Romain. People convinced is the right thing to do, is the right way to go, is the correct Prime Minister you have at the time, is the right team you have at the time. You understand? Is that kind of unity? People, listen, who want confusion? Who want chaos?
We tired of that.
After what we went through already.
tired of that.
We reach a stage, we reach a level of maturity now where we have to prepare for our children. This has nothing to do with us again, children. We make our time already. We going down now. It's the future of this country. We have to really look forward to, and that team, that policy of this government that is responsible for what you have seen now. I mean, I look at the constant flow of human tide going through that stadium. They're like ants. As one man say, "Whoa, Dr. Mitchell have a machine making man. Where this man come out? Where this man come out?" You have never seen it. It's a constant flow of human tide just congregating in one area. And they're saying it back, Everybody want to go to the front.
Yeah, everybody.
That is the difference. They want to be part of that movement, part of that organization. They don't want to get left out.
And they want to hear, they want to see what's taking place. They want to feel the leader when he comes. They want to see the MP and to hear the noise when the different MPs and the different candidates are being presented, to see the screams from the crowd and those kind of things.
Boy, let me tell you something. Several
the
times,
energy.
You get goosebumps.
Yes.
The little hair on your skin raising.
What you know is amazing. Two critical things that are responsible for the excitement of the Grenadian people at this point in time, in my view. One, the leadership of the country at this point in time. People are excited about the leadership of this country. Dr. Mitchell and his team has taken Grenada from where it was, right, in 2013, and brought it to an understanding and respectable place where people can feel comfortable, right? And in doing that, he understanding that, look, there must be continuity. Look at what he did. He eventually, and that is so important, eh? We have 7 wonderful, hard-working ladies out of a 15-man team, 15-person team. We have 7 ladies, right?
I don't think any Caribbean country have that amount.
I've never seen that.
Females.
That is one of the exciting things.
As candidates.
It is.
And not even that, not one of them look as though they go lose. That's the difference, all of them up in the poll.
But I know in that is a race for which one will finish first. That's the thing.
I bet Miss Moses is going to sing first. And Messi don't get mad. You say, no, Kevin. Sister Delma singing first. So there is a competition. Some say, no. What's about Miss Emmeline Pear? She win by 850. This time she win more than 1,000.
We want it over 1,000. We want certain people deposit. Yes. They must learn to be honest to the young people and apologize when they do things wrong. Yeah. Because I find Patrick Simmons, he had the perfect opportunity. On a recent radio program, he was asked, Mr. Simmons, would you apologize to the Imani for lying to them? You came to them, you told them they would not be sent home. Would you apologize? And up to this day, no apology.
NDC does not apologize.
No apology.
No different.
They make excuses.
They're no different to Donald Trump. They don't apologize.
Yeah, they make
nothing.
Excuses.
Nothing. They could do the worst thing, no apology. They could put, the Prime Minister could 50,000 euros on the account and hide it. They still say nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Wolfgang is saying that the Russian Obia is strong.
I know. The point is that, Devon is not no. People don't take in responsibility for the mistake, for the action. Adam and Eve is the same thing, and no matter what you tell Adam, he don't take in responsibility. Put all the blame on God, He feel God give him a wrong woman, so he put in the blame on God. Eve don't take in responsibility, put in blame on the serpent.
Yeah,
you see, it's not now people don't refusing to take responsibility for the action. But whenever we do something, that's why I like the Prime Minister. He said, look, I made mistake. I made mistake. Exactly. And we need to move on.
Yes.
We need to move on. It's when you refuse to acknowledge your mistake, people are forgiving you for that.
Nope.
But when you say, look, I apologize, I'm sorry, we are forgiving people, we are Christian people.
Let me ask you a question, KB. Is it a situation where the NDC thinks very little of the intelligence of the average Grenadian? Do they actually, because I've been hearing the statements, NNP people needy and greedy. NNP people stupid. Oh, they don't keep Mitchell just dance to them and he win in the election. they act as though, and I mean, I'm at the rallies, endorsements and the rallies very soon. We've been at those activities, all of us in this room. Many of those of you that are listening, and you could view it online. They give the impression that all Dr. Mitchell does is come to a rally, stand up on the stage, that he dances, and that everybody go, yeah, and then everything done and we go home.
What's about the intellectuals? What's about the intelligence in society? The doctors, the lawyers, the religious community. What's about all these people with profound intellectual depth who support the NNP? Are you saying it's only little toilet cleaners or road workers or the ordinary man in the street who support? No! Then you look at the quality of people who follow the NNP, and it's the policy of the government that draw them like a magnet, that draw them towards the NNP. Not because Dr. Mitchell go and excite the crowd. No, it's much more than that. And once you start treating other people as inferior or insignificant, they get back at you. You have your wife at home, you ignoring her, she getting back at you. You have your husband at home, you ignoring him, she getting back at you. You cannot treat people as insignificant, and that is a serious blunder of the NDC. It doesn't matter. If you change the entire NDC slate, and you bring a new slate, and they have the same attitude, the result will be the same.
Of course.
The result will be the same. Is nothing wrong with them as human beings, you know. Is the attitude that bad, you know. The attitude. No, they look down on people employment. They look down on the road worker. They look down on the toilet cleaners. They look down on the people that clean the street. You can't look down on people employment.
But now you realize they're looking down at the bus drivers as well, because they're trying to say NNP buy out all the bus drivers. So in other words, that the bus drivers needy and greedy.
They doesn't pay.
That's a
problem.
No, but they, as far as they are concerned, NNP buy out all the bus. NNP take all the buses. In other words, like NNP just decide, all of you bus drivers, we're taking all of you.
How could you blame them? After last election, they made $500,000 in debt, you know. You have bus drivers don't get paid yet, you know. And to pay, to generate fund to pay drivers, they go raffling goat in that way, you know. How much goat you go raffle? You raffling all the goat in Grenada. You can't generate that kind of
on
money.
On the island, they
go raffling goat. Well, you see these people who stink like Stone Age people. You can't have people with Stone Age mentality to run country in modern times. You can't do that.
No,
I just pass and I look at the mega yacht in Port Louis, and I come across by, I see two tourist ship, you know, braced on our docks, and I say, Lord, how do we just leave it like that and say that is how God wants Grenada? Don't touch anything, because if we put the bus terminal there, the cruise ship terminal there, Grenadans go wash out. Or we leave Port Louis just like how Sandra Ferguson want us to leave it. Leave it just like that, because we go spoil the beauty. What was going to happen to this country?
But Ray says to vote for the NDC candidate for town if you want town to return how it was when he was a little boy.
Well, you same thing I tell you.
For whatever, you know, but he want to go back. That's why we keep saying, let's keep moving. He want to move backwards.
They don't understand the youth they're dealing with. Listen, not only they want modernization, is that you blend modernization with development. That is what the young people want. Not only modernization. We understand, yes, modernization is not development, but we're blending it. You can see it from the Breakwater in St. Patrick's to the National Stadium to the Silver Sun Hotel and those new mariners. Tourism is at high.
The figures have been showing increase in tourist arrivals. And you might be, I passed by a friend of mine that sells for the tourists and so in town. And they were telling me, they say, boy, I only make a 500 US today. So I was like, what? She said, only a 500 US, that is no money. I make more than that.
You know,
she complaining.
I pass what the grand
I only make a 500 US today. And I like, what? There's more than some people making a month and you make it in a day.
Morning to all the taxi drivers.
What happened, brother?
I'm telling you.
King Elvis, I see about 6 of them over the Grand Tank going towards Grenville. And I know they don't just go in and walk around like that. They're going to Belmont Estate and spend money. They're going to River Twine Estate and enjoy, you know, different tourist attraction sites. Granite Tang.
But here's a significant thing. Ask Sylvester Quallis about how tourists is doing in Grenada. He has a tow company. Ask Randall Robinson. They ain't complaining.
No.
They can't
They're not
complain.
complaining.
Randall Robinson and Sylvester Qualls, they can't complain when it comes to the tourism sector.
US
They're
dollars.
eating our food every
US
day.
dollars. And it don't happen by accident.
By accident.
Because you put the
Exactly.
you set the policy. You understand? We invest money in tourism. When we decide to go pure Grenada, boy, licks. Licks.
Poor Alex.
Licks. They
Poor
say
Alex.
pure Grenada, what happened to we nutmeg? What happened to we spice? Do we sell it to Jamaica?
Yeah.
But we just add pure Grenada to Grenada.
They couldn't
Isle
stand
of
it.
Spice.
They couldn't stand
and it burn fuels now. That is why you need people with, with vision. You understand? People who think further than their nose. Could see wrong corner. Look into the future. You need these kind of leaders with vision. You can't get people with Stone Age mentality to run country in modern time. Otherwise, we going to be stagnant.
Roll back tongue, man. So get rid of put back pitch pine bar. We get rid of Republic Bank and then put back pitch pine bar. Get rid of all them things, Bruce Street Mall and this kind of thing. Of
course.
Because I'm trying to understand. If you say one town back how you was.
Bring back the fish market.
I can't understand the concept. I could understand the concept that Peter David has to modernize the town of St. George, to modernize our capital city, which is already a gem in the Caribbean, but modernize it, retaining your original type of architecture, but modernizing the town to make it operate more effective, the flow of traffic, how you do business, to make the town more modern. That I could understand. But when you're telling me, bring the town back how it was, just now you want to say that you want to put Granans Beach back out when the Caribbean Iraq used to be running around the Caribbean in what do you call them again? These canoes. Yeah, just now you want to say you're coming over from the Carnage over to Granans Beach on canoe?
Not to say we don't need an opposition, but not that kind of opposition.
A viable opposition.
Not because look, I remember when poor Miss, my friend from representing from Victoria, get the tourists, get the Chinese to build those little thing by Grand Tang Lake. I used to go there and this thing falling. It was like a ISO. Embarrass you, and now they get the Chinese to build these things, modern things where you could go and sit down and relax.
Gazebos.
Lord, you talk about leaks.
Really? Blows. Ask them what they did.
But they're doing nothing. I tell you what happened.
I was in tourism. Ask them what they did for Granny Town.
History.
You used to be up there?
But history only remember you when you do something, History don't remember you when you don't perform. History remember you when you perform. Not when what you plan to do. All NDC saying they had planned to do this, planned to do that. History don't remember you. You think history remember Honorable Ben Jones as Prime Minister? You think they remember Nicholas Bradford Prime Minister?
Remember him now, because he was the one that called the election on the 13th of March. That's how we remember him now.
Say what you want about Uncle Gary, people go remember him. Yes. Say what you want about Maurice Bishop, people go remember him. Say what you want about Dr. Kit Mitchell, people will remember him. History remember you for what you have done, not what you plan to do. And those politicians who make mistake is those who attempt to do things. Exactly. Listen, if you don't do nothing at all, you will make mistake.
Exactly.
Those politicians who just decide to maintain the status quo and fool them, they go make mistake.
That is why NDC stays
you wouldn't go anywhere. Your economy go stand up like River and Twine Lake. You won't go nowhere. Nowhere.
Getting smaller. Getting smaller.
Before we go any further, let me just alert particularly 97.5. We're gonna go an additional 15 minutes, please. We just work it out. Yeah, because we have KB in here and we nearly use up with time. So we need an additional 15 minutes. Plus the phone line keep going red every 2 minutes. We're gonna have to take some calls in a little while. All right, little me. Up there in Grenville, up by the fish market. Morning, ma'am.
Yeah, nice.
Let me say good morning to you, little me. All right? I'm making sure I say good morning to little me this morning. Yeah? And I'm wearing shoes today. Yeah, I actually have on shoes. You know me, I just take it off, but I have on the shoes today. All right? Yeah, KB, when you're ready, take the phone call.
Yes,
all right.
Good morning and welcome.
Morning, how are you?
Good.
Well, we can put people who broken to run this country, because the time they full their pocket, the people in Grenada are suffering. Because I know Mr. Nazim Bok is a man. I know he broken. Thank you.
I know about that one, brother. If you know that, I don't know that. What I will say is this. It is hypocritical of any member of the National Democratic Congress to continue to make statements about $19 million that the Prime Minister has publicly stated that he has and has filed his documents at the Integrity Office when not one of them could say how much money Nazim Burke has.
You know what happened?
Not one.
Dr. Mitchell come here with his money, you know.
Yeah, so he could afford to say that.
Dr. Mitchell never depend on this politics to get rich. He came here. I'll tell you one thing. I want to congratulate both you, you know, Sheldon and Romaine, you know, for being on the air morning and evening and nobody sue you all.
They can't.
I really want to, because definitely you could be tempted to make mistake and go in mud and play in mud. And I really want to, and you see what happened? Your behavior, you take the cue from your leadership.
Of course.
If your leadership go in mud, the followers will go in mud.
Exactly.
That is why when you listen to a NNP candidate on the platform, they don't go in mud. No character assassination. They don't say nothing nasty and bad about anybody, so they could be sued.
Well,
that is the difference.
Let's use an example, because when you have the political leader of the NDC will make a statement like,
they have some paid operatives saying all kinds of things on the radio. They have one of them called Panames. We're going to deal with him in due time. I ain't going to say nothing about him today. But we got his file. We got his file. He's on the radio making a set of noise. We got his file. And we will strip him naked in public. We will strip him naked in public when the moment comes. I will say no more on that at this particular occasion.
So when you have the political leader making that statements, that's why you could have Ray Roberts come in and make statements like,
well, let me tell you that. I wish the next time he whine in front of the public, he brag out bus open and everybody see what is there.
You know,
they take the cue from their leader.
Listen, man, yesterday I just had to respond to John Rollo. When I heard John Rollo call on Kem Jones' program and calling NNP nasty party, I just had to respond to him. Who vex? I said, you're not Christ. You couldn't walk from Venezuela, come up, you know. Somebody pay your passage. Somebody paid your passage, John Rollo.
Ask Peter David.
You couldn't walk from Venezuela. You're not Christ. You couldn't walk, come up.
Ask Peter and
you understand? The same people, at least those people who say in Chester, hey, you don't believe in God. He demonstrates humanity at the highest level and say, no, this John Rollo was a comrade. We can't leave him in Venezuela to suffer. We have to bring him up. How much all those NDC that believe in God, they say, leave him lay dead down there because he go get trouble. All those NDC who believe in God say, leave him lay dead down there, he go get trouble. But Chester Humphrey, who they accuse for not believing God, demonstrate humanity at the highest level and say, let's bring John Rollo up. He was part of the revolutionary process. They never say thanks. But they turn around and call all NNP people nasty party.
Well, we need the angry too, so
you see?
Good morning.
We have a caller.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Devon. Morning, Sheldon.
Good morning.
I want to say a very pleasant good morning to the youths of Grenada.
Thank you.
And I want to ask them on election day to pour down 100% as they did Sunday.
All right.
Okay.
And next thing I want to say, I want to tell Mr. Ray Roberts that Dr. Mitchell don't take man. So if he take man,
no, dear. Let me don't go that direction. Let me leave that alone. Let me leave that right there. All right? Okay, my dear? Let me be nice.
Saying good morning.
We don't go into the gutter.
Nah, let me be nice.
Let them say it. We don't saying it.
All right?
Saying good morning to all those on the live. And sister, good morning.
Let me leave
sister, say good morning.
We have another caller.
Good morning.
Jack Bay's wife.
Hello.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, Sheldon.
Morning.
And KB and Devon, how are you doing?
Good morning.
All right. I don't know about KB, as you know, if you acknowledge the level of campaigning continue the same way as the past. So at the end of the day, we could still question the intellect. And if this is the way you continue, therefore it clearly, you're telling me that your intelligence is far, for comparison with NNP. You understand where I'm coming from? So you asking me to vote on the same line. You could see if you compare the both party, NNP is way ahead of you. Because you're not changing. You continue to go down the road that you has been in the past.
Yep.
And your result is very clear that you're not producing anything but negativity in the island.
Yep.
So in order for us to do what is good, we have to continue supporting NNP. Because if you love your country, you have to do what is right.
Definitely.
Okay, guys. Thank
All right,
you.
my brother.
Thank you.
Sheldon, what would you say to the NNP who experience abuses every day from these NDC people, trying to humiliate them and demonize them? What would you say to these NNP people? Or
The
NNP
best
supporters?
lesson to teach them is move like KB and then move on March the 13th, 1979. After 4 in the morning, you're out the house. By 5, you're by the polling station and you're in front the door.
And by 2 o'clock,
we counting and we
Yes.
done. We counting.
And we celebrating.
What the Apache used to say, they counting coup? They done count already by that time.
By 2 o'clock?
Because, no, we done count because we know that all we people vote already. By 2 o'clock, we supposed to done tight up already.
Devon, by 2 o'clock, you declare victory?
Oh, long time. Well,
By 2 o'clock, we supposed to know exactly where we are at. Nobody's supposed to be rushing to try and go and vote. And we're going to give you all the information in relation to election day, the election process, what is allowed, what is not allowed, and that kind of thing. Because I'll say it again, there is a plan by the National Democratic Congress to disrupt certain poll boxes, certain polling divisions and the boxes at those places where they know the new National Party has a good chance of winning. And I would like the National Democratic Congress to sue me, Sheldon Scott, take me to court and say what I'm saying is a lie. I want them to respond. I bet all you hear response between now and March 13th. I want them to respond.
KB.
Media ask them the question.
Hear this. On March 12th, 1979, right? We started moving around what? 3, 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Right. March 12th, 2018, we going to be moving from 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we moving.
From all the polling divisions, we moving together. And we heading for the voting booth.
But what is surprising?
No police station, the
voting
radio station,
booth.
the polling station we're going for.
But what is amazing?
We're taking them over.
Normally, the politician those be more ready than the people. This time, the NNP people more ready than the politician.
Yeah, we ready.
They more. Them
We got itching long, you know.
Them people vexed with Dr. Mitchell for taking too long.
Too long. The rain coming and Dr. Mitchell duck all the thing.
It's like a horse ready to go and the jockey holding it back.
But, you know, Honorable Peter David was here last week and he left a message which I think is an important message that has to be repeated. Listen, you might be an NDC, but you know that the political leader and the team, if you could call it a team, because it's all kind of thing going on there, but the group that is there can't make it. You know that they're incompetent.
Yeah.
If they can't find bus for you to come down on Sunday gone, the day the election announcing, they can't organize a 2-truck, a 2-car, somebody can come down and put some people in the vehicle and organize to get you from location A to location B. Well, at least that's the story. Yeah. If they can't even do that, how you expect them to run the country when they can't run the party?
Well, I think
you could stay in your t-shirt, you know.
You
could stay in your t-shirt, but vote NNP.
I have. Can we just hold on?
Yeah. Stay in your yellow t-shirt. We don't mind. Go to the NDC rallies, but vote NNP. Vote competence. Vote Grenada.
Yeah. Hannah is saying that Victor Nazim Burke made a statement, right? That Honorable Yolande Baines Horsford's father died in 1979. Right? I have not heard the statement, right? But I can verify it. And if that is true what he said, I can tell you categorically that he's lying.
1979.
He's lying. Right? If that is true, is what he's saying.
Let me find it. I have to find that audio.
You have to find that audio.
If Nazu, who was the finance minister up to the period of the RMC, and I believe under the RMC, he would still be the finance minister, if he is making an error like that,
well,
then he's being very convenient and selective with his memories in relation to the Grenada Revolutionary Period.
I mean,
well, maybe
bottom line, he lied.
Well, maybe
bottom line. In 79, oh my God, no.
Well, Roman, you're sure he wasn't on a different planet?
Well, I know.
Well, KB, You were part of March 13th.
That's a whole
and you know that only one person died that day.
Yes.
One person died that day, Mr. Brizan, isn't it?
Mr. Brizan.
Right. Devon, you were part of October 1983.
Yes.
Yeah.
At Fort George, you were up there. You were in the operations room, and you know who you see. You know who was up there. But apparently, Nas is very selective with his history.
No, very, very, very selective with his history.
If that is true,
conveniently forgot.
Conveniently forgot.
If that is true, believe me.
If that is true, Victor Nazembok, that you're saying that Honorable Yolan Bain's father died in 79 and that Dr. Keith has no respect for her, boss, you, I don't want to say it yet. I will verify it and then I will say what I have to say.
Why you made that statement? Because of the date?
Because of the date.
Excuses again.
Excuses again.
The date is an excuse. Registration taking place yesterday is another excuse. We have Russians hacking email and all kind of things is an excuse. NNP take all the bosses an excuse.
Another excuse.
They can't get screen for the thing. NNP take all them people and them screen and thing is an next excuse. Everything is an excuse. And as you said several times, KB, they're going to blame certain people.
Yeah.
You know one name I doesn't call at all.
Yeah.
But they're going to blame the next one who does be there on the Sunday, the one in the morning program, Nazim and Obia.
And Obia. It's four of them getting lashed.
Yeah, but it looked like a Russian Obia.
Russian Obia strong.
Well, I thought the Obia in the bag that was going to get blamed, but they forget the bag, the one in the bag.
Yeah.
And you know, it shows how these people reduce themselves to such low level. You come up with issue. You're going to win over, thinking people, bright, intelligent people. You need to win over people to your base. You can't reduce yourself to such a low level. Because what's about the intellectuals?
But
what's about the people with high moral thinking?
Let me ask you a question. You know the people of Carriacou, and you know how proud the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique are. They are very proud people. You think it have a situation where Carriacou people so economically depressed that they're eating out a garbage can?
Oh, gosh.
But here the NDC candidate, let's hear him. Let's hear what the NDC candidate for Carriacou had to say this morning.
But what I do know is that they are. And within my constituency, I've seen people eating out of garbage bin. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's an undisputed fact. Here in Grenada and Carriacou. I can't talk about Petit Martinique, but Carriacou. I've seen that.
You dare not put Petit Martinique in that because Petit Martinique per capita income was one of the highest in the Western Hemisphere and still remains one of the highest as a separate island in the Western Hemisphere. But you're saying that about Carriacou people?
Why?
My Carriacou?
But which country do have vagrant?
But this is mental people. Exactly. The people have mental issues.
Which country that don't have vagrant? All country have
Saudi
vagrant.
Arabia have them.
Well, you can't paint the whole country with a broad brush and give the international community the impression that we see in so much trouble down here waiting from garbage bin. All country have vagrant.
All I will say to him, if you don't have nothing good to say,
shut up. And that is when
shut up.
There is nothing upstairs.
I want to make sure that the people at Carriacou hear it again. I ain't gonna play it once. Carriacou people, everybody, Bogles, Mount Royal.
Jack, turn up the volume.
DJ Jack.
Turn up the volume.
No matter which part of Carriacou you're on Paradise Beach right now listening.
Listen to Jack.
But what I do know is that they are. And within my constituency, I've seen people eating out of garbage bin. That's a fact.
Not one.
That's a fact. That's an undisputed fact. Here in Grenada and Carriacou. I can't talk about Petit Martinique, but Carriacou. I've seen that.
And he's
what I'm saying,
Carriacou people dies with what is his name? I just forget his name.
Tell what? I forgot his name.
Some kind of some salt sauce. Andrews, right?
Tevin.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, Tevin is my friend.
Tevin,
my friend.
Tevin. Okay.
We always, when we meet, we speak, we chat, we exchange ideas. But I would advise him, don't go down that road.
No, don't go.
A young
Carriacou people is in that about,
don't go down that road.
Carriacou people in Brooklyn, phone your family in Carriacou now and tell them what he's saying about all you.
Don't give
Just in case they didn't hear, all of you out there in Brooklyn and all different parts of the world, I want you all, because you're listening and I'm seeing you online. Yes, cause you in Brooklyn, Ken, yes, all of you. Karen, all of you, phone Carriacou today and make sure they know what the NDC candidate is saying is going on home in Carriacou.
Bad impression of your own country.
But you know, if it's one place in the entire country that people don't make joke when it comes to family, and so is the island of Carriacou.
No.
We don't make joke with that. Whether we have to send the barrel down from the States, or whether it's Trinidad we are and we have to send something, Carriacou people always help family. Carriacou people don't abandon family to the point where you're destitute and you have to eat in a garbage bin. Had to be a mental case.
It seems as though that is, and that shouldn't be the policy.
Making it look like it's a norm. They did a whole ad on this thing.
Yeah,
and then they started to distance themselves. It's not us. Every time, and that's the school children behavior. NDC does things and then they come back. It's not we.
It's not we.
So they would do an ad on KB and say the most nasty things about him because they create a Facebook page. They say the most nasty things about KB and then they pull out the thing. It's not me. It's you. Everybody knows you.
See, that is the reason why since after Sunday night, some of them can't sleep. I'm interviewing NDC, you know, and they say, KB boy, I didn't sleep good last night. I said, well, I'm not responsible for why you can't sleep. It's all your behavior responsible for why you can't sleep. It's the leadership of the NDC responsible you can't get a good night rest. You understand? So if you want to take, if you don't want to take tablet, that matter for you. You know how all NNP sleeping good?
Come and snowing hard too.
And snowing hard, somebody sleeping with the window open. Because they feel comfortable. They feel protected. You can't sleep. Are you all making? Because you don't cost my mother and my father night and day and still come and ask me as a youth for my vote.
What sort of foolishness they're getting on?
Imagine they costing 7,000 the bushes. The only thing NNP could offer is the bushes. So in other words, don't take the debushing. Stay home and suffer.
Stay home and suffer.
Stay home and suffer. You create an opportunity. I often speak about the contract worker. Let's just take this call. The contract work, at least you could talk about work. Yes. Contract or not. We have a
Good
caller.
morning and welcome. Good afternoon.
Hey, good morning.
Good afternoon.
He was there already.
Listen, that man name is Tevin Andrew. T like in Terry. Tevin Andrew. I know him very well. I know his background. I will put a spokes in him wood for him. Me say so. Watch on your please.
Carriacou, all you allowing that to be said about all you?
You know what I like about your callers? You always have decent callers, respectable callers.
Because they know.
None of them go to the gutter. No. None of them are antagonistic. None of them are
just as a friend.
Yeah, you know, I just have you see, boy, our people different. I think we have much more love than the other side and have respect. And not even that. Not only we respect ourselves, we respect them.
Exactly.
We show respect to them. What they say about us, we don't say it back to them. That is the difference.
Watch, the amount of NDC persons that does meet me personally and tell me all sorts of awful things. Oh, Roman, you're this, you are traitor, and this and that.
They call him dog, you know. After the stage, I call men dog.
Ask them what have I ever tell any one of them in response. I smile at them.
But that is good. And you notice that? The amount of things being said about the Prime Minister.
Oh,
I
my
wonder,
God.
say, boy, before Dr. Mitchell was going to respond, no, he don't even respond into them.
It makes sense.
We have a caller. Oops, we lost that one.
You see, because they have no respect for the fellow brothers and sisters. The same person they eat, they drink, they lime with, and so is the same person they want to stab in the back. You know, they'll say all sorts of nasty things about fellow Grenadians and then still turn around and come and ask them to vote for them and everything like that. Come on. Good morning. And welcome. Good morning.
Morning.
Or good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Your live caller, go right ahead.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yes, sir.
I'm Brother Sheldon, and the rest of the morning once again.
Yes.
I'm Brother Sheldon. I'm a member of the New National Party, and a registered member to be exact. You know, but sometimes when I listen to the NDC program, it really bleeds me as a Grenadian. You know, calling us names. Mm-hmm. You know, a couple of weeks ago when I heard on a radio station calling us Jack Donkey, you know, as you say, eating from garbage pan. He calling the road workers now. How you call them? Travel. They give it some work. You know, it really hurts me. You know, when I hearing my people calling me like that. So now I'm calling on all the Jack Donkeys we have in Grenada. On election day, we want to send a clear message. We want to crush NDC. once and for all. Thank you very much, my brother.
All right, my brother. And KB, before we run out of time, listen, I did say 15 here, but we're going up until 1:30. Whether 97 stay with us or not, but I know certain people have to go too. But let me just play one more clip, KB. Yeah. One more clip.
You got to know your audience. You know, if you're speaking, even
That's
you know
true.
you do the pocket meetings. I
Right.
say something different in
That's
River
true,
Road
but-
and I will say on the Carolina.
But that's true and that's smart and that's
Mhm.
strategic.
Mhm.
But as politicians, though, you have to be careful as well because there have been some statements ascribed to you, Claudette. That you said somewhere that the NNP people are needy and greedy. Help us out.
I
with
said that in a town hall meeting in New York. I'll tell you why I said that. Because I have assessed what happened now. You would know some people, as I do, who support the new National Party. And they will go to the hilt to defend what is, in fact, indefensible. Things that are just indefensible. They would defend, they would attempt to defend, right? And when you assess, by and large, these people are either affiliated with the new National Party because of what they get. They benefit, right? And that's a fact. I would not retract from what I said because that's true, right?
So this is what she has to say about supporters of the new National Party, that we needy and greedy.
So what she expect you expect the supporters not to defend the Prime Minister and the own party? That's what she's saying? What if you're supporting a party and you don't want to defend your own party? You don't want to defend your own Prime Minister. You can't consider yourself a supporter.
But
what you expect?
Let's also ask the question, what makes one greedy? Does she know if KB have food in the fridge right now? Does she know if KB have gas in the vehicle? Does she know if KB electricity bill and water bill and everything paid? Does she know? How does she know that you don't need, that you don't have a need at this point in time? And what is wrong with being needy? You could be born needy.
I will give you a story. A couple days ago, a strong NDC in Sister Delma Thomas constituency. His son ended up in a violent confrontation with somebody. End up in prison, crying he don't want to stay in jail. They go to Miss Sister Delma. She went to the bank, take out between $2,000 and $3,000 and pay for that NDC son to come out of prison. And then find him a job in Maryborough and say, young man, stay out of trouble. The father cry. He decided he's going to put on a green jersey to support Miss Sister Delma Thomas. Because no NDC have ever given me anything in life. You can't say he greedy. You can't call him greedy. But for the first time, he put on that green jersey. Unfortunate. One of our supporters, so stupid, pulled the jersey and said, that's fake, that's fake. You're not cause a confrontation. The brother, who is an NDC, saw that, come and he beat that guy with a piece of board. Well, you know, he ended up with 3 months in prison for it. That is why we have to allot our people. When a NDC come on board, open your arm. See that as a victory for you. And because of that passion, that noble gesture of Sister Delma Thomas, you understand? You understand? She get elected to represent the entire constituency, not only NNP, but everybody. And she demonstrates humanity at the highest level. You don't take an easy politician to go in the bank and take out $2,000 and pay for an NDC son who in jail to come out and go and get him a job. And say to that young man.
And not even watching the politics.
Not even watching the politics.
That's Delma being Delma.
And if she don't help him, she crying.
Yeah.
If they come to her and she can't help, she crying. And pay this $2,000 and say, young man, I'll get you a job in Maribor. You understand? To help clean the place and stay out of trouble. You do. I mean, you don't hear NDC talking about it, nobody calling us needy and greedy. When politician could have money, politician was broken. They take home pay, can't take them home because they're spending it back on the people.
But then when you speak about that, they say, oh, well, how come them can't survive on it and I could survive on less? No, a politician's salary is not theirs.
Because if you
it's not
when
yours.
you go to Honorable Yolande Bain, she don't having money at the end and Yolande giving out she money.
Yeah.
She giving out her money.
Exactly.
They can't have. Since I'm in pay, them is broken people because every day, because they listen, you go in a place like Telescope, right? You gonna because every time Sister Emlyn go there, she will come out broken. Because when somebody say, oh God, Sister Emlyn, my gas done, she won't tell them go in the man and get wood. She go deep, give them money to buy the gas, and then give them money to buy meat to cook on the gas. Would you call these people needy and greedy? Would you turn your back on them?
Can't.
You no. As a human being, you got to feel it for them. And whatever the government offer, you will want to give it to them. Because you're dealing with poor and vulnerable people. You need society. We don't make them. We don't create them. And what I don't understand, when they say we want to keep them in that condition to control them, ask them what they're giving. What they're giving. What they're offering.
Well, that's the thing. You have Peter David in court every day. And I'm sure right now, if we try to reach Pedro, it's court day.
Yeah, court day.
Trying every day to try and help poor people, children. You have somebody else that come and say, well, I like all you, but I ain't giving no handout, I ain't helping, and that kind of thing. So who you feel people going and vote for?
That's me, no.
Well, they could go ahead and try with that type of campaign. KB, that's all the time we have. Like, we had to have you inside again soon with us. Yeah. We had to take a longer one than that.
You're so excited.
Definitely. I said I had to call you this morning. Yeah. I must have called you. All right,
I think NNPI are so proud of you all. The kind of commitment, the conviction, the passion, the energy, and all because of the hard work of the new National Party and the progress, being demonstrated throughout this country. You don't vote in for empty promises. You see it, you feel it, and you know it.
Keep moving.
Keep moving.
That's all the time we have for today, folks. It's been wonderful being here with you, as we say each and every program. Yeah. Whatever you're doing, do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you.
And not about you.
That's it for us here at Hard Talk for yet another day. Remember the rebroadcast tonight on 89.5 from 8 p.m. and at 3 a.m. as well. And then we'll be back tomorrow, God's willing, with more Hard Talk. And this one goes out to the people in Carriacou.
Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new National Party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.
Grenadians will go to the polls on Tuesday, March 13th. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the National Report, I am Rakisha St. Louis. The wait is over. Grenadians now know the date when the country will vote in the general elections. During a rally at the National Stadium car park on Sunday, Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell announced that Tuesday, March 13th, is Decision Day.
Nomination day for the new candidates will be Tuesday, the 20th of February. 2018. Sister, that's not election day, can you? Election day is Tuesday, March 13, 2018. Get ready, get moving, keep moving, get ready for your
On Monday, the Governor-General was advised by the Prime Minister to dissolve Parliament, which means there are no parliamentarians, only a cabinet of ministers. On Tuesday, the Governor-General will issue writs for all the constituencies to the Supervisor of Elections. Publication of the notice of the writs will be in at least one weekly newspaper on February 2nd. These will also be published in the government's Gazette. There could be a measure of relief for people who lose their jobs in the future. Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell says the unemployment insurance scheme is one of the many initiatives they plan to undertake.
Once we are finished restoring pensions and implementing the national health insurance, we shall boldly move to implement an unemployment insurance scheme, sisters and brothers. In other words, when people lose their jobs, their family must not go hungry.
A number of major projects are in the pipeline for the further development of St. George Southeast. Works Minister Gregory Bowen says they are currently undertaking work on several roads and drains, and final preparations are underway to begin others.
Marion Pavilion, lighting of playing fields, upgrading of the basketball court are all part of our development in Southeast St. George. And more projects, more development is on its way. I promise for all those who are yet to receive help in housing, or finding a job, or getting a scholarship, I have not forgotten you and will continue to work to get you there as long as I can.
Peter David, the other candidate endorsed on Sunday, appealed for all to go forward as a united people to further build the country.
If we are to take our country to the next level, if we are to take our quality of living to another level, we must adopt a purposeful approach. It's time for us to rally together. Look at where we are today as a result of what Dr. Mitchell has done. These last 5 years together we have beaten our swords into plowshares and our spears into pruning hooks. The bitterness, brothers and sisters, of the past is a distant memory. And together, this nation has set about the politics of good for all.
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Celebrating our culture. Celebrating our heritage. Showcasing who we are. Heading to Big Parish St. Andrews on Saturday, February 3rd for the Independence Cultural Extravaganza. Starting at 5 p.m. with a flambeau march through the town of Grenville. Then into Victoria Park, singing, dancing, drumming by Grenada's best cultural performers. Followed by the Jump Together Soca concert with the best of the best, ending the night with fireworks and great memories. The Big 44 of Grenada's independence. Celebrating our culture, our heritage. One people, one country, our responsibility. Grenville is the place to be.
Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate.
The second in a series of sword-turning ceremonies to signal the start of construction of the China-Grenada low-income housing project was held at the Villa in St. Patrick. On Friday, government officials and members of the Chinese Diplomatic Corps turned the sword at Corinth Estate and the Villa. The second phase of the housing project will see the construction of 647 housing units at 5 sites, which, according to Housing Minister Delma Thomas, will be completed within 3 years.
We are ready to start construction in these 2 sites, Corinth in St. David's and the Villa in St. Patrick's. We have 3 other sites, Dumfries in Carriacou, Diamond in St. Mark's, and Boucheju in St. George's, which will come later on this year and summer. Everyone will start this year. The last one will be at the end of the year, the starting of the construction phase. And you have heard earlier that the whole process will take 3 years. So it will not going to take 3 years to complete here. But because we have 5 sites, it will take 3 years to complete all 5 sites.
70 units will be built in St. Patrick. Candidate for St. Patrick East, Senator Pamela Moses, is pleased that the historic parish will finally be outfitted with a housing unit.
This is well timed. We are in dire need of housing in St. Patrick's and all of Grenada. But having working with the people in St. Patrick's East, I want to say to you, Ambassador, that what you have done for our people will remain with us. You are changing lives of the people in St. Patrick's, and we are honored to partner with you in servicing the Grenadian people. As a government, we'll continue to do just that. The 70 homes that would be assigned to us, I know that it would be well shared. Mr. Bosun and I would have that. The people will be coming at us. But, you know, we are just very happy.
In St. Patrick West, Honorable Anthony Boson says more than $2.5 million have been spent on the housing repairs and construction since 2013. He too is happy that the housing deficit in the parish can be addressed.
Over the past 5 years, this administration has spent in excess of $25 million on improving the housing conditions for poor and vulnerable throughout the country, in addition to approximately $12 million being given out in soft loans to middle-income earners to build their own homes. Here in St. Patrick and in St. Patrick West, I want to differentiate because I know in the East they have their own statistical information. We have spent in excess of $2.5 million on the house repair program, in addition to over $200,000 in soft loans to low-income earners also to purchase their own homes. In spite of these significant expenditures, major challenges still exist in the housing sector, particularly in St. Patrick.
And finally, the Caribbean Community Climate Change Center wants to help Grenada cross hurdles that it may encounter to access funds under the Green Climate Fund. The money will be used for climate-related projects. Jerry Malcolm reports on a meeting between the Ministry of Agriculture and the 5 Cs.
I've gone through it. We know what we had to do, and we are prepared to work with you all so you all don't have to go through the same hurdles. We can help you in certain areas.
Dr. Kenrick Leslie, Executive Director of the Caribbean Community Climate Change Center called the 5 Cs, as the Ministry of Agriculture hosts a meeting designed to put Grenada on a sound climate-smart footing. The 5 Cs is the institution designated by CARICOM to support member states in climate change-related matters, including access to financing.
As you may have heard, the Green Climate Fund, which is a United Nations framework for climate change institution, provides the countries with different financing of projects. However, it is not as easy as they would make it that we can access these funds. So one of the major action items is to sit down with the different implementation groups in Grenada to work out how best and how fast we can access these funds to support the projects that are being implemented in Grenada.
The Green Climate Fund is one of the main streams of financing set up by the United Nations. A team from the GCF visited Grenada during the period 15th to 9th December 2017. The team met with public and private sector officials to review the draft country program and the pipeline of projects and to assess the country's readiness for direct access to funding for national capacity development.
We are working on the initial ones where we can get the access of funds ranging from about $300,000 to $1 million US. And those are hopefully will be implemented during the course of this year, so to put us in a better position to access the larger programs in excess of $10 million and up to $50 million per project. So the initial program is to set the baseline as to how to access these initial funds to support the development of the larger projects.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Marina Jessamy, expressed her enthusiasm over the meeting with the 5 Cs.
We are very pleased with the meeting so far because it helped us to discuss how we will address capacity issues together, in that Grenada is putting arrangements in place to accelerate climate-related finance, and we welcome the support of the 5 Cs.
And that's the National Report. I am Rakisha St. Louis.